Episode 9. We the podcast.
Woo.
The boom.
9. It's not 10 yet.
Mm-mm. I thought I got drunk. I thought we were on 9, but I guess no, this one's 9.
This one's 9. Okay. Good stuff.
Sorry if I cough. I'm going to try to mute myself when that happens.
He's useless.
Um, yeah, I have a tobacco disease right now that I'm working through. Um, my name is the Mr. Danger Boom, and then I have my co-host, the Wild.
It's Wyla.
Wild.
It's Wyla.
All right. Brought to you by coming to you live from the main streets of oh man, the cabin's back in. Okay.
Oh my god, no wonder you're so distracted. You're in the fucking server. I'm getting in there right now. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Technical difficulties.
You've been fucking. Ooh. I swear to God. Is this live? Is this being broadcast to people?
We're live. We're hot.
They're going to see you die a bloody death. No, I've talked myself too much now. I'm going to get embarrassed.
Okay, and now I gotta tell Pop. You know what? I'll just get him in the party chat. Anyway,
Are
brought
we
to
doing
you.
party chat or are we on the
I
server?
don't know what's happening.
You did this.
This
It's your fault.
It's Meatball's
Yeah.
fault. It's Meatball. If you're watching
No.
this, Meatball, it's all you.
You did this. And you'll never be forgiven. It'll haunt you.
Is that a zombie or is that just a Wila? Alright. Is the cabin over there?
I don't know.
I see it! The cabin's
Is
there!
it there?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, there's still a fucking hell of a way to go.
Alright.
Alright, fuck it. We'll light a fire when we get there.
Well, alright. Alright. Brought to you by the mean, icy cold lake of Black Lake. I had it right. I didn't need.
I know you did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just
I'm
because
a
I
bitch.
paused for a half.
I'm a bitch. I'm sorry. I
Wow.
know.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Thank you
I'll
so
stop.
much, Wyla, for correcting me while mid-sentence.
Alright. Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. Coming
Right,
to
let's
you.
do it.
Gonna go? Am I good? Brought to you by Leafy and his beautiful server with the beautiful Meatball Man for this beautiful cabin on this edition of We the Podcast, episode 9. And also sponsored
Yep.
by Boom Boom Sauce.
I can't believe you did the sauce thing now after all of that.
I legit have a sauce. If you want to see it, you can DM me or post it in the comments. Alright. I better get. Okay, I'm gonna invite the guy.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Papa Joe. Take that some.
Papa Joe.
Paw Patrol. You ever watch that shit?
What?
You ever watch Paw Patrol? Papa!
Good evening.
Hello,
Hey.
Like it when
Joe. How are
What's up?
you?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Good. Sorry
You're
about
good.
last week.
Oh no,
Oh.
you're good, bro. You're good.
That was,
But
wow.
oh yeah, and I'm not sure, as you know, Liu has recently passed as well, so I'm not sure if we can talk about that or not.
Oh, I got a lot to
As
talk
I
about.
well.
think has it been 48 hours?
Oh, it has to be
Yes.
48 hours?
I think for a video it has to be 48 hours, but I think we're just talking about it
24.
as well, you know. Is it 24?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Mr. Mod over here knows all the rules all of a
Don't
sudden.
say that.
Yeah.
Mr. I'm just gonna open up my
Um,
chat.
I need and something. Ah, here we go.
So feel free to comment, Michael. Thank you, Michael. Sponsored by Boom Boom Sauce. It's a real thing, Michael. All right.
God.
You have been white. You should be whitelisted if you want to join. Papa.
Yeah, send him the name of the server.
Feels so weird calling you
I
Papa.
suppose. Just say Joe. I'm not going there.
All right.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
Joe is fine, Vlad is fine, Leo is fine.
Mm.
No, it's not fine.
Check your DM and then join that server.
Okay.
Type in something that rhymes with. Well, now
Just-
it's leaf. This is just type in leaf. Yeah, I'm not.
Now, is this being recorded or is this being broadcasted live?
It's live
Okay.
in the game.
I suppose he has to be whitelisted.
Yeah, he already was.
Okay.
Some of us have prepared.
Oh my god. You're getting clocked with a honey jar. Come here.
Ow. All right. Oh yeah, there's we're gonna show you around too. This is actually pretty cool what Meatball did for us here.
Okay. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Daisy's getting slow with me.
Oh, take your time. Take your time.
If you request a specific outfit ahead of time, you can also get that done as well.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say like how long that takes. It's probably work for Meatball, so it may not happen, but we're thinking about.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, where is my outfit? Yes. And hello, Michael in comments. Did you ever get whitelisted, Ben?
I think so. Is it called Leafy's Real Home?
Yeah.
Something like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should be loading in, I think. Should be.
I thought you meant to shoot her with the rifle after she hit you with the honey. I know.
Oh
I should
no!
know.
Don't fucking! I swear to God.
Oh shoot, I didn't get my actual character.
Yeah, 1 second.
Ah.
So dead air. But hello, Leo. How are you?
So,
Was it Leo? Leo was how I heard it the first time. I didn't realize because I
Yeah,
had seen
it's
Leo Tang's journals, and I still don't know how to say it.
yeah, it's pronounced Liu, but everybody just says Lu, and then he's like, you know what?
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Leo.
Tang.
Yeah, but
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think you can kind of. I'd say there's some leeway because in one respect there's kind of a closing of a character to that. There is still some effects it can have on the world around it, but it's not any worse than a video would be, you know?
Yeah.
I haven't told anybody what happened though. I have been like staying completely silent. I've told people like, yeah, I'll catch you up tomorrow or whatever.
Whoa,
Yeah,
who's
I'm just-
been
I haven't said anything.
asking?
Huh?
Who's been
No.
asking?
No, you're a dirty fed and I'm not going to tell you. And it hasn't really been asking. It's been like, oh no, what happened? It's like, it's not like serious. If you're going to be a big dirty fed this whole podcast, I might as well get off now.
I'm just joking. I was just curious. I mean, that's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you die?
No, look, people have just been curious, you know, it's not
It's in
like
the
they're
dev
fucking...
channel. It's in the dev channel. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Find out in game, bro.
Exactly. I'm not going to say anything. But at the
Um,
same time,
yeah.
Okay.
in terms of the podcast, like this is where the question lies, actually, Boom, because you know this is meta, basically, isn't it? You know, like a video is meta, like or
Uh,
it's
what do you
or it
mean?
can be used that way very much. You know what I mean? I'm just
Yeah.
curious, like now that you're, the thing that shall not be named, how do you feel about
Sure.
who's this?
It's me. It's me.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, but I don't have my, lot of character. Oh, whoa,
Mhm.
excuse me. So, but this place looks freaking nice.
Yeah, I built it
There's
myself.
pretty much everything. God. But yeah, how do you feel about like? Because I know that now you're a mod, and you usually had really
Well, we
strong
never met
opinions
it
on.
before, is the thing. We only talked about things that happened after somebody died.
Yes, that's what we're trying to dance around a little bit here
So,
because
Father
both
Vlad,
me and him have died
well,
in the last couple of days.
yeah, Norman's dead, Amelia's
So
dead, Father Vlad's dead, and now Luting's
yeah.
dead. So now we can
So
talk
I think we
about,
can talk about stuff.
Yeah,
like I said, you got
I
the
think
20.
I think
Go ahead.
no, I
What
was
were you
just saying
saying?
I think Leo's death, but like I think the timing was perfect.
Oh,
That,
really?
Oh
that
yeah,
happened
like
last
I
week.
think
No, it was like
yeah,
a day or
well
two
it was
ago.
I think it was a few days
Yeah, it's
because
been a
Leo
few
Really?
days.
died Leo died on December 30th.
Okay. Oh, wow. That is a couple of days now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Amelia was what, right there, right before it, something like
Right before it.
Yeah, right before.
that. Sorry.
Fucking. What did you think of all that?
Like it was also hectic. Like Leo was trying his damn best to try and get you, but in the end it just fucking bit him in the ass.
Oh, shit.
Like
Like,
really bad.
okay, so to get Amelie in your group, is that what you were trying to do?
Yeah,
Or Leo?
Leo was
Right.
trying to, get you into the group, like trying to break you.
Hmm?
Um like we can explain all about it, right? Since
Pretty
it's been
much.
a
Like,
few
if there was a
Uh,
video, if there was a video about it now, nobody would give a damn, and that would give even better detail than what we can talk about.
mm,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, 'cause like so the whole plan was Leo was wanting to originally kidnap both Amelie and Kieran, and he was gonna try and force Amelie to kill Kieran to break her.
oh,
Oh,
I like
Jesus.
that. I like that.
Yeah, like
You would.
and
Go
like
on.
Leo had this whole plan, and since his group started to grow, or it wasn't his group, but
Mm.
he wanted to try and get him, and so he set up this whole plan to go out to Metallurg, scout it out, see how many people there were, and get the action to plan. And the signal was, is, would you like a pickle? So that's why Leo asked you that question.
What is that, like
No,
a
I figured it out.
code?
Yeah, no, I figured that out. When the guns were immediately there, like, I was like, oh, a sentence that makes no sense, and now violence. Okay, well, I know what's happening here. Hands up.
Yeah.
I just immediately surrendered. Like, I was just like, okay,
So
you got
Emily
me.
was that. Okay, so you guys actually captured her.
Yeah, so yeah, we actually captured
Mm,
her. We brought her back.
Sorry.
Leo was a bit disappointed because Kieran wasn't awake,
mm.
and
Mm.
so he was like trying to improvise and stuff. And what really got me with your character Amelie is whenever we started to interrogate you and stuff, you started singing, and I was like, damn, that's fucking deep.
No.
Like
I know. I
I was
gave
trying
shit
not
as
to
well.
joke.
Like, I
Yeah,
was
I was
being
trying not to
stupid
joke.
though. Oh no.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, John kept getting you, and you just kept singing, and
Oh
he just kept
man.
telling you to be like it feels like it was straight out of a freaking movie, you know?
Cool. Oh man. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like it was hard going. Like he's fucking bet the shit out of me.
oh,
Waterboarded
Yeah.
me.
oh. I wish somebody would do a
Yeah.
video on that. I would love to see Emily get tortured.
I'm sure you would. Jesus Christ.
That fucking
I'm not
French
sure.
Yeah.
voice, finally.
Yeah, I'm
It,
not
More.
yeah,
sure
it's
if
gone. I don't even know what I'm
yeah.
doing now.
Yeah,
I have a plan, but
yeah, I kind of have a plan too, but he's just gotta be really chill, like my first character, Gunnels. So
okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm saying nothing.
I liked Father Lad a lot more. Not that there was
Father Vlad
nothing
was
bad
lovely. He was such a
about
peaceful person.
Tang. I just liked Vlad more. Felt more realistic,
yeah,
in my opinion.
Leo Tang was scary though. He was pretty scary. He was fucking crazy. Like
yeah, he's this fucking lunatic, and he's all like, "Nah, I'm not the fucking loony, you are," and all that
it
thing.
was so funny. Like I don't know what got into me because I was originally just gonna fucking cooperate, and then I logged on and I don't know something cracked in me, and I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna fucking fight these bastards. And yeah, I just started fucking giving his shit, but I shouldn't really have. But it's just it's hard to know what to do in a hostage situation. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I mean, yeah, but I'll just let you know what
Mm.
you did was probably for the better, and
Oh
you
man.
and like Amelie got a good result out of it, despite her sacrifice.
It's good. You know what? I'm totally cool about the death as well, to be honest
Yeah,
with you, because
Is
like
it
there
was good
is there
character
anybody
development.
still alive from that encounter?
Yeah,
there's
there
only
is.
there's only a couple people though.
Mm.
Everybody is like getting picked off left and right.
Yeah, true. Hmm. I wonder if anybody is gonna make our video about that, like a roleplay vid, because that seems
If
like you got a lot of material there,
Yeah, I
exciting stuff.
know. Like I'm not sure if I have everything all clipped, except for deaths and kills and such.
Hmm.
Like freaking and yeah, let me tell you something about Ryan. Ryan, like he literally just died right in front of me. Someone shot him from afar.
Yeah.
And, like that and actually scared the freaking crap out of me.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it literally had nothing to do with you.
Yeah, not
Oh
it had
man.
nothing to do with me. I was just talking to him, just trying to be this crazy son of a bitch and all.
Mm.
And Ryan was trying to tell me his whole plan,
Yeah.
and he just got shot.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so
Wow. Yeah,
there's
that
some
was
truth about
tragic,
that.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Uh,
just seeing a bunch of people like drop in Metal Earth is actually kind of sad to hear and all that.
Yeah. Damn.
uh, I would love to see that too, Michael. So if anybody's watching and you were
Oh my
part of
God.
the Emily capture hostage situation, please upload it.
I have the
Gosh.
footage, but I will just need to find time to edit it. And you know me, I'm working all the time and I
I
just don't have
You should just
time to do it.
completely. If I was you, I'd
I've
give up on
completely
the
dropped off the YouTube.
Catalina videos and
Yeah, I
just
know. I'm thinking about paying somebody to edit my shit, but I just don't know.
paying someone. Wow,
Yeah, even just if I don't know. I have no idea. Like, because I
big
just don't have
money.
time to do it. It's fucking so time consuming. But like a DayZ session can be 4 or 5 hours, and to get the good guts
Mhm.
out of it, you have to watch basically the whole thing nearly. Like,
Oh
you
yeah,
can skip through
Yeah.
bits, but
yeah.
it's very time consuming. It's really time consuming.
Well, I'm
I'm hoping to
sure.
get on a better schedule soon. It's just because I was at a new job. Now that I'm getting more settled, I'll try and get more
Yeah,
time.
like Norman. I think I had 200 hours as Norman, but there's only 3 hours of
Yeah,
everything else. It
yeah,
happened.
exactly. Yeah,
Like Father
exactly.
Vlad was around for God, he was around quite a bit. Um,
Yeah.
I haven't even I wanted to ask you this actually, Joe. Um,
What's up?
what do you have you ever thought about that, or do you have a YouTube channel, or have you ever thought about like making any kind of content from your roleplay
I've,
experiences?
you know, like don't really have the courage to, start. editing and such. But I
Mm.
I want to do it someday, and I mean I'll try and get it eventually. But I
Yeah.
mean, just kind of get the spirit, you know.
Well,
Because
I'm a
Father Vlad
complete
saw some
technical
shit.
moron, and I have made a few videos, even though I've dropped off. And if you want to know, like, the absolute fucking idiot's guide to making a YouTube video, come to me, I'll tell you.
Yeah, talk to me.
Because I know, like,
Appreciate
they're
it.
fucking. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I still did actually manage to make a couple. You know, they're just time consuming. They are time consuming. If you have the time, I would recommend doing it. It's actually,
Oh,
it is kind of addicting and fun.
well,
I like editing. I just
Michael
don't have
from
time.
chat. Michael from chat says if you do start a channel, Papa Joe, he will support you and watch your stuff.
Hey.
Tell him I said thank you very much. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I really hope I got the Leo role good, because with Lou, I really wanted people to like fucking hate me as a character, you know? And I really hope I did a good job at that, you know, try and fuck with their minds.
Yeah, I was like gonna give you the benefit of the doubt as long as I possibly could, though,
Yeah, and
because
that was
Akira mostly, because I wanted the best. I wanted the best for her, but I knew that I knew that you'd probably influence her. I think I even said it to the boys at one point, but I don't know.
yeah, like Leo wanted to try and give people like doubt and all that and say like, okay, you know, maybe he's all right. No, he's not.
Yeah, you can tell something was off. I don't think I had much interaction with you as Lou, but you could tell
Mm,
something was kind of off about the
yeah,
guy.
Weren't you at the
yeah.
colony for a while, Boone?
Um, I
A little bit.
as Lou, he usually hung out with them because Jim gave him a deal during the whole Black Hand situation.
Hmm.
And so they helped him out. He tried to help him out as best as he could. And so that's usually why he hung out there a lot.
Was the plan to be a cannibal flu, or the just kind of? Well, I know you got to register as a cannibal, but
Yeah. So at first it was not going to be a plan, but whenever I talked to my friend Kiara about it, she was like, "Oh, hey, you should be like a cannibal as well." And so I was like, "Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good." And so I started brainstorming of how he became a cannibal and such and all that. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was yeah.
mm.
No, that's cool.
There's a fine edge though that I do want to talk about with the cannibalism thing. How do you feel? Because a lot of the times you see cannibals or you see somebody laugh, and then like, well, I was force fed, I get whatever. But
Yeah.
then it can later be used in a hostile interaction for killing someone. Is it with cannibals? Do you think it's either, you know what? Maybe we should just start treating anybody with a laugh as a serial killer, murderer. God, stay away from me. I'll kill you. Or should there? Because I mean, your guy, he appeared friendly. He was charming, but I mean, he's got the laugh. So you're like, at any moment, if he wanted to, he could totally just take him out into the woods and eat me. So
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think all people with the career laugh should just be like, you know what, you're dead? Should they not feel safe to hang around?
You know, I think I think some yeah, like I think um the thing when it comes to a really efficient cannibal is fucking around with people's minds. Is that you want people to like, you know, feel okay around you even though you have to laugh. Like it's gonna be hard, but if you do it just right, people will trust you and you use that to your advantage.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
As a
Yeah.
former friendly cannibal, I think everybody should be given a chance.
Yeah.
Just for the record.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I still like the little friendly cannibal thing though. Like even if they don't have evil intentions or want to eat people and such, I still like the idea of friendly cannibals. I just think it's
Like
very interesting.
Cat most certainly had evil intentions in the beginning, but they just got aimed at the same people as the good guys. So it ended up that she was just kind of like, oh no, this is kind of fun, and just sort of relaxed a bit and became not evil, really.
Well, that's the point I was trying to make. There's a fine edge because Catalina was killed within the rules because she was a cannibal, and her
Hmm.
execution was like 40 seconds from initiation to end. But
Hmm.
because she had the laugh, she could easily be killed that way, and then it's vice versa. Like if you get in a hostile interaction with somebody,
Yeah.
and then you don't have a legit reason to kill them, you can just go, oh well, I get the laugh, so I can eat you, I can kill you and eat you. Do you think it's kind of I don't know what to say. Kind of a double-edged sword, or like a fine point on walking within the rules, like
A tricky
kind of
situation.
like role
Like
play.
there's always
You want
these
to?
things
I
that
want to.
you need precedent. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
saying, should a cannibal be like hiding in the woods, scared to approach anybody, unless they're oh God, I'm really hungry. You know what I mean? Should they
Yeah,
be
yeah, I
like
know what
an
you mean.
outcast or?
Um, See, like when it comes to
That's
being like kind of an outcast cannibal, it's going to be a little bit hard because people barely, go out on their own and such, you know.
Mm,
If you don't have somebody with you in this kind of situation, it's gonna be extremely tricky,
hmm.
and
to
like
Laura,
it's gonna be hard
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. So it's
I
kind of like
enjoyed
a.
being a cannibal
It's
actually
kind of like.
because it was
Sorry,
this.
what? I was just gonna say it's kind of like a human looking after a vampire, right? They
Yeah,
have to sleep during the day, so they're kind of like looking at the. Oh, I'll take
But you
care
see,
of you
that's
here.
where the intriguing come. That's where the intriguing bit comes in the role play because it's like, is this person trustable or are they not? Do you know what I mean? And how long does it take for you to trust somebody? And like, can you ever really trust anybody? And all that kind of
Absolutely
stuff. Like,
not.
that's what makes
No.
it interesting. It's not
yeah,
something you can really make a rule for. It's kind of, where the stories play out. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I loved being a cannibal. It was so scary. You had to be so careful. Like, it's it's it's
yeah. Like
it's its own. It's got its own detriment as well. Like, do you know what I mean? It is. It does feel like it does feel pretty balanced. I feel like. What do you think?
yeah, I think it's really good. Like I mean, I really love it because it's a challenge.
Yeah.
And not only is it a challenge, it um scares people as well.
Yeah.
It-
Becomes a big cannibals.
yeah, they're like, I don't
Yeah.
want to get
Yeah.
eaten alive or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, and but once you have like other people with you, either whether it be convincing or tagging along with another cannibal, it's so much easier,
Yeah.
and it's going to be so much scarier as well.
Well, the numbers when you floated into the fucking pub at Meadowlark, that was just madness. Like I'd never seen. There was like 90s, something like
Yeah,
that.
like yeah, I
Mm.
think nine is it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't get like, I don't think I got a full fix on it, but there was at least 90s. We couldn't have, there was three of us at that point, I think. Kieran had gone to sleep, a bunch of other people had gone off or gone to sleep, and,
I
there's
expected a
only three
lot
of
of
us
people to
there.
be there though.
There
Yeah.
wasn't, no, there just wasn't. You would have been better off if you wanted a load of people there. You should have come on the New Year's, the party.
The party.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were, yeah, I was like saying like, hey, we should do it, but at the time, Lee was like, no, we actually have bigger problems to deal with, so we'll wait on that later.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been a good time though, like, but
But the
again, I
numbers
was,
when you
I'm,
came in was just so impressive. Like we just literally couldn't do anything. There was just no hope of doing anything. Like it was like,
yeah,
oh right, okay, well fuck.
yeah, but the other two tried their best to try and stop us. Like,
Yeah,
I'll give them
yeah,
that, you know.
yeah.
their
Man,
sacrifice will not be
oh
forgotten.
no, definitely not. Rest in peace, guys. Rip.
Man.
Oh, dude, this game is so emotional though.
It is like
Isn't it
I
so
never
emotional?
expect yeah I never expected it from a server. Like I never thought I would be in a server like this on console. And whenever I first started off as Gunoff, whenever he was bleeding out in front of his friends, I'm like, oh shit, I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Oh no.
Yeah, and like whenever I died, like my heart freaking dropped because
Yeah,
I don't know
shit.
what they're gonna think about that. And I saw the video of my death, and I was like, oh, this is so fucking sad.
Yeah.
And
Have you teared up or have you choked it back?
oh,
I just
dude,
fucking cry sometimes, man. I'm just
yeah,
like, oh no, fuck this. This is
I
horrible.
tear up. I
Yeah.
definitely tear up. I'm gonna be honest. And with Vlad,
Yeah.
oh my God,
Oh,
Vlad,
bro.
dude,
Was
he
that bit oh, was that bit in in fucking Joella's video where there was like she just said rip Vlad on the bottom of the screen and there was
that's
just like
the
one silence shot. Was that you dying?
yep, that was me dying
Oh my
up on that
god.
roof.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
wanted
so
to.
it's
Yeah, can you break that down for us? Because that was
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So
Father Vlad.
yeah, so
Ages ago.
yeah, let me explain it all. So first, Vlad was going up north because he wanted to try and get at Frenchie. Because he was like, Frenchie's kind of a bit of a problem for my friends. This shouldn't really be dealt with. And so he was going to try and find a way by going up north, trying to spy on Frenchie, which is when he got the radio call from Chaos.
Okay.
And oh my God, I'll just be honest, Chaos does so freaking well with
He was
his
great.
character. Yeah, he
He was
was
great.
like Father Vlad or something like that. And like it was eerie and all that.
He
And like
is eerie. Yeah.
yeah,
No, go ahead.
and but Vlad doesn't think of anything suspicious, kinda. He was like, "Hey, what's up?" And Chaos explained how he knows him and all that, and he wanted to like get some help. He said that he wanted to be saved,
Okay.
Huh.
which in all that was not the case.
No.
And yeah, and so Father Vlad, being the blind and naive man he is, accepts it and he makes his way all the way down south. And he waited until Chaos came. They had a little talk, and Chaos was explaining him like how life was in his perspective.
Hmm.
And then he eventually went on to Vlad's faith and religion, and he
Right.
said that like there is no God, he wasn't there to save me and all that.
Oh.
Mm.
And like Vlad was just trying to tell him like God works in mysterious ways, same as the devil.
Mm.
Like you just gotta keep having faith. And like
Yeah.
he told me his little backstory. He said that only one person um lived to hear about this, and he told me that his thing, and after that he said, I'm sorry, Vlad. And then all I hear was a bunch of guns like readying up,
Oh.
and like that's where my fucking stomach dropped. I was like, oh shit.
You're not getting out of this one.
And
Yeah.
he got Vlad to try and apologize to people for giving false hope and all that, trying to make them feel safe.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
public
Damn.
radio,
The
right?
radio.
Yeah, over the radio. I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but yeah, like the whole thing was that Chaos wanted to try and lure Vlad into a trap so that he can't spread any more hope to the
Mm.
people.
Hmm.
Wow.
And
I'm sorry. Wasn't there a previous interaction between Vlad and Chaos before that?
uh, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
But yeah, I personally, as much as I hated Vlad to die right there, I still think it was perfect as well.
It sounds perfect, yeah, because Chaos
Yeah.
had his own like philosophy or whatever, and he was brilliant. He was eerie as well. He
When I
was.
was
Yeah.
chopping off,
Very
yeah,
good.
chopping off fingers. I can't. I couldn't remember if Father Vlad had gotten that treatment or not.
No, you just gotten a swift death.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just a shot to the head.
Hmm.
Yeah, you didn't get any torture or anything.
Yeah,
But
that was the perfect sort of fucking hero villain sort of dynamic there. To be honest,
yeah,
it was a good pairing. Like, it was. That's pretty cool.
So
yeah,
you're
you know,
no, it was a shockwave throughout the end game
yeah, like I didn't think it would put much shock to Chinaris until I looked at the journals and stuff, and I was like,
Mm,
damn.
yeah, man. No, we fucking felt that. Jesus.
no, Father Vlad, you really portrayed a great good guy with that character.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Thank you.
every time, um, any sort of violence, it reminded me of Clockwork Orange after the guy gets brainwashed, and then like anytime he sees violence, he's like, but you were
Yeah,
like this genuine innocent dude that it's like, oh my god, I accidentally shot Dawson
Yeah,
after.
oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
dude, Dawson
That's
felt,
so
I
funny.
mean, Vlad felt so bad for shooting Dawson. Like, he felt so guilty.
It's so funny.
Yeah, there was the
Oh,
whole
dude, thank
there
God he
was
was
a
all right though,
like
because that would have been a
anybody.
tragedy.
Yeah, there's a lot of other people that are like, oh well, shit, oops, I was trying to steer the
Yeah,
wolf. Oh well, but
Yeah,
Father Vlad played it out like, oh my god, that's how you would react if you shot somebody in real life. It was very
yeah,
realistic.
it was good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was
give
really
me
good.
1 second.
Oh,
Wh-
whoops. No, Father Vlad was great, and of course he was missed. Like, I don't know. Did Norman? You even got to know Father Vlad as Norman, like quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah, he's in a lot of the self plug. He's in a lot of my roleplay videos.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Congrats on the fucking
Sponsored by Boom Boom
the
Sauce.
good. That was really good though. The end of the Norman series.
Yeah, yeah, I had a great little song to cap that off.
Uh huh. I didn't mean that. Thought it was a great video.
No, no, I know you didn't mean that,
Okay, I'm
dickhead.
back.
Thank you.
I will be back in like maybe 5 minutes, if
Yeah,
that's all right
Here.
with you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
So yeah, I apologize for that.
like
Oh, you're
Babbitt.
good. We can probably
No,
insult each other for 5 minutes, can't we?
I mean, I'm a nice guy, so you can say whatever you want.
When did
I'm
that
not
start?
gonna fucking brats. Never ends with this
I'm
person.
gonna get the fire going. Fuck this.
Yeah, you already
It's
got a
all
fire
cold and
going.
shit.
You want some yeah,
There's. Don't you fucking give out about the fire now, right? Because it's lovely. You have to have a hearth. You
video
can't be
sponsor.
out here in the Chernarushan wilderness. There is no sponsor. This sauce does not sponsor us.
It's a real sauce.
It's a real sauce, but it does not sponsor it. If we are getting sponsor money, where is my sponsor money?
You, it only applies to people that actually stream or host the podcast.
Oh, so this is your podcast now.
You've done one episode.
What?
It was Culture Wall. You took my favorite guests.
I'm sorry. You can post that on your. I'll send it to you. You can post it on your thing as well.
I know it's already in the playlist. I don't care, Lila. I'm just
I know, I know.
no. We're supposed to do it every other episode. But Lila does
My fucking look. No, look. I just
YouTube. She doesn't
fucking.
understand basic
I can show you what happens, right? Because I have tried to
skills.
sign up for YouTube. Maybe it's because I'm signed up for Twitch as well.
Damn right, I'm a nice guy,
But
Michael.
I
Thank
do
you.
the whole thing. I go through all the steps. I sign up for the YouTube. I fucking put in all my everything.
Don't know
And
what
then
it's
still,
like,
when it
Michael.
goes to the screen where you... What are you fucking muttering? When it
Putting up
goes
with
to
this
the screen
hag
where...
every Sunday.
Right, fine. Fine.
Tried to
You don't
help her.
deserve a full explanation anyway. God
It's
damn
just
it all.
if I went,
Matches.
there's no more excuses.
Matches.
You know, there is like 16-year-olds on this server that have YouTube accounts that know how to upload
Post
stuff.
more than I do.
Mm.
Oh shit, is that supposed to make me feel bad or something? I'm
No,
sorry, I
I'm
have a
just
life.
saying it's not that hard. It's not that hard. All you gotta do is sit down, figure it out. You'll be fine, and you'll be able to get the million viewers that I get every Sunday when we
Yeah.
do this podcast.
Look, I know it takes dedication. I'm trying to work it into my schedule. I have a new job and a lot to do. So I will not be
Award-winning
guilted.
podcast. Yeah.
Award-winning podcast, yeah. What award have we got? We don't even have a role.
Get the special. You know, that's the thing. I might bring that up. No, because then anybody would be like, oh yeah, I'm on a podcast for a while. Which I encourage, by the way. Sorry for the burping. I wish more people would do podcasts and stuff like this. I
It could
want
be
more
fun.
content.
More content, god damn it.
I'm a sponge.
Content, 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 content.
Yeah, I want it to be like We That
Yeah.
Remains, you know, minute television.
Media or fucking We That Remains Media Empire.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I was thinking about this recently. I've been telling Crep Theft to get on fucking Instagram and all kinds of stuff because he's really dedicated. He puts a lot of time into his stuff.
Crep Theft? Yeah, yeah.
Alex from last season, he's really good. He does actually really good like videos.
Shifty Animal.
But like Shifty Animal, exactly. There should be a bunch of us that do like, I don't know, proper collabs or something as well and try and get some fucking oomph.
Oomph.
You know what I mean? There could be
Oomph.
some oomph. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, okay. Oomph.
Now there's a lot of yeah. A lot of top notch. A lot of good role
really
plays
good
out
fucking
there.
content. Really
That
good role
has-
players and really good content creators.
That has been missed. Well, I
It
was
has
going to
been
say
missed.
there's people. No, I was going to say there's people out there doing probably doing good role play that's not even been seen by the general public.
This is true. This is true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
hmm
Or not. Everybody else could just be garbage.
I don't know. There's been plenty of people coming through. You see, the thing is, people struggle to come up with something unique, and I understand that because, like, every time I die, I'm like, well, fuck, what the fuck am I gonna do now? You know what I
Right.
mean? It feels like everything has been done. So I do kind of understand why people get fucking frustrated or stuck or
Yeah, it's
you
just you
know.
got to get away. You got to get away from loot play. You got to get away from wanting to kill everybody. You got to get away from
Well, yeah, I know.
fucking. I'm not saying you personally. I'm just saying in general. If you want to have a great roleplay experience on the server, you got to do something that doesn't involve, oh, let's kill so and so because
Yeah.
you know
Because you
there
just wanna
should
kill
be
stuff.
several interactions, hostile interactions leading up to so and so's death.
It's just something that they
It
don't.
should be a drama.
There's
Yeah,
a
it should be
certain mindset that
drawn
doesn't.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It should be like, oh God, I gave you this chance. I gave you this chance. Then that one time you shot me in the foot and came up and talked a bunch of shit and ran away.
Yeah.
You know, it just should not be. It's always lately. This is why the announcement was made because it's always just like, hold you up. Put your hands up, tie you up, and then 1 minute of yada yada yada, then boom, you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way a lot of deaths have been lately. And we got to
Right.
get away from that. We got to get away from just killing people for the sake of because I say get back to civilian role play. Make a germaphobe. Make a somebody that's you know what I mean. There's just so many options.
There is, yeah. Yeah. It's hard to think of something off the top of your head, but like put
Yeah, you
some
could be
effort
a
in.
shop owner. You just be a little dickhead that sets up a shop in I don't know Electro that stands out
Anything.
there with fish, waves fish around.
Yeah. There is
I
still
don't
really
know.
good role players out there on the map though that I
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
lot
I'm
of
not saying everybody
faith and
sucks. I'm
confidence
just
in.
saying
No, thankfully. But yeah, there
there's
is
a
too much of
lot.
it.
There is a lot of it.
That
Yeah.
might be due to the Christmas bump as well, you know. There could be just a lot of people coming in who notice
Yeah.
that the
No.
server
No.
gets
No.
good
No.
numbers.
No. No. It's mostly people
Is
that've
it
been here a
really?
while. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's frustrating. That's why announcement was made for hey, consider
Oh man.
someone else's life. And I'm not trying to go on a rant here. I just think it's like Father Vlad, for instance. He probably shouldn't have been killed in that moment because there was no hostile interactions prior.
Hmm.
So maybe you beat up Father Vlad, keep him hostage a little while,
Chaos was trying to
torture
get to
him,
the pub though. He did
and then
admit
let
that, I
him
think
go.
even.
It's fine. I don't have nothing against that. I'm just saying
Mm.
make it.
Yeah. Make it
It's
drawn out. To be fair, like yeah, there is a balance to be made between having it too drawn out and having it not drawn out enough. You know what I mean? Because there
yeah.
can be things where they're too drawn out as well. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like how do you
I don't
remember?
know.
What
I've
the,
never seen anything too drawn out yet. Could you like give
well,
an
I was just
example of
thinking
something
about
that
I was
might be?
yeah, I was just thinking about how Jack just berated Jason for about the guts of an hour and 15 minutes over and over again before killing him. He
I thought
was
that was
really, he
perfect.
went in hard. It
That
was great.
shit
It
made
was
me
really
cry.
good.
That's the only time
It
I've
was
cried.
falling. I was
I'm not a
falling
cry guy
too.
kind of guy about it. That's the
No,
only
I
time I've
know.
cried here.
But I started to feel bad for the guy playing Jason because he was like really just chewing him out. Like I was like, oh God, just kill him already. It went
Well,
on for so long, you know.
it
I was
opened
like, oh
up.
my God,
Yeah,
ouch.
but you didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't know.
Yeah,
It wasn't like,
yeah,
okay, 20 seconds in, oh, wow, well, this guy's getting fucking executed. You know what I mean? It
yeah.
wasn't like,
No, that's
it,
fair. That's fair.
yeah.
Right up until the end, you did think that he could make it. Like,
uh
yeah, no, that's
That's
fair.
why it was
That's
so
fair.
hard once you got okay, oh, yeah, he's going to die. It was like, oh. Like,
Mm,
as Detective Hardy, I was so split, like, oh my God, do I. Because I tried to stand in front of. So I think you did too. Try to stand in front of Jason, like, oh, we don't want to. But then you're in the
yeah,
van,
we
then
didn't.
your group's killing them, so it was like such a split. You're so torn.
Yeah,
That's why the
yeah,
emotions came out, I think. But I swear
yeah.
to
That's
God,
why Wyler ran as well.
yeah, I just wish people would take.
It's seriously.
Yeah, here's
Take
my
it
thing.
seriously. For
It,
everybody involved.
yeah, if you get the whitelist that done in one try, you read the rules. You read the rules thoroughly, so you probably spent I don't know, and I think maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes to really get familiar.
Mm,
So if you do it in one get go, that's great. But still, then the people that do the redos, it could take them a week,
hmm
especially if they get 4 or 5 redos. At that point, it's, sometimes some people don't even make it or they get denied, but not to
mm.
get too top secret. But my point is, you spend so much time getting into this server and then kaplow, loot play. Let's go rob some. Let's go
Yeah.
rob that guy just because. Oh, we can.
I just haven't seen any of
Let's
that, like, you know, but maybe I don't
let's go
know,
X.
there's
Well, you haven't been outside of Middle Earth, so we know.
not really, no, not in a long time. What the fuck did you call me? I swear to God, you're gonna get stabbed before the end of this podcast. I mean it. I've got a big knife. Want to see my big knife?
Uh-uh. Keep it in your pants.
You're gonna see it anyway. It's the knife.
Brought to you by
Anyway.
Bim Bim Sauce.
All right, sorry about that.
Hey, what's up, lad?
Hey, what's up? Um, where did we lift off?
We
Leave
were
off. I
talking
have
about
no
our sick
idea.
these 2 minute interact. Yeah, what were you talking about, right? Sorry.
Oh yeah. He's
Not
been given out of it. Fucking. Oh, never mind.
Oh, you're
Sorry.
good. No, you're fine. Let's see. One thing I do want to talk about is Vlad's interactions with other people, like
Okay.
one-on-one conversations.
Cool.
This is kind of what got me, is because a lot of people like went up to me and confessed to me about things that they like swore they'll never say to other people. Like,
Hmm.
do y'all guys know the character Nomad?
Nope.
No, I don't think I
No.
met Nomad.
He's
It
Old
rings a
Man
bell.
Wello
Probably.
Jello or something like that.
No, I didn't meet him. No.
But this guy was like really interesting. He was this guy who's just like chilling. He's traveling all over the place. And he's just like this old guy just walking around, and he has this cough that is like slowly getting worse and worse.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
like eventually, like his like few dying days or something like that, he wanted to talk to me in private, and he asked to be baptized and everything, and told me about his whole story, his name,
Are you talking about
and like,
Lewis Stanley?
uh, no, is
Okay, my bad.
he goes by the nickname Nomad,
Oh,
but
I was thinking of Hoyt. I was thinking of Hoyt.
No, it's not
oh
him.
no, not Hoyt. Um, yeah, it's this other guy. He told me that he got like oh, how the hell do you say it? Excuse my language. Tur Turboculus or something like that.
Tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis.
Mm.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
I can never say that word. Um, yeah, he told me that, and he said that he like only has like a few months or something like that,
Oh.
and he told me that he's gonna rest at the East Coast, where
Oh,
he'll like be
damn.
alone and be peaceful and all that.
Oh
That's
no.
a heartbreaker.
Yeah,
Sounds
yeah,
a
and
lovely, like, one-on-one little private.
yeah,
Yeah.
like Vlad has like so many interactions like that,
Oh.
and like he's determined to like keep them secret and all that. Like he just wants
Yeah.
people to be happy, and he just wants people to know that he's there for them, that he'll
Uh,
talk to them, and he won't do anything else.
uh,
Oh.
yeah, no, Father Lad was an innocent, pure
Yeah,
He's just
soul.
a good person.
yeah. He did everything he could. Whenever he left the bunkers, he realized that everything has changed.
Yeah.
And like the
Oh,
first few days, whenever he had to go up against the infected, he had to run away because he didn't know that like these guys are like dead. They're decaying.
Mm.
so he
Mm.
legit ran away in game.
Yeah, for the few first days, and then
Fucking
Vlad
beautiful.
slowly mustered up the strength to
Beautiful.
try and take him down. But every kill, he apologizes and says that, well, and he especially says this to another priest, or another infected priest.
Oh shit.
Mm.
Yeah, and he'll say, "Rest well, brother or sister,"
Yeah.
to the fallen priest. And so, like, it was just like I didn't know how it was gonna turn out
Yeah.
at first.
That's
Like,
the best way.
yeah, like at first I was like, I'm just gonna be this dude. He's gonna, be that kind of side character. He'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, there's that dude. But eventually, he became much more important.
No, very. I want to say, well, probably the most realistic character there, maybe from Middle Earth at least. Just
Really?
because every interaction he had, even if it was a wolf attack, and then you accidentally shot the guy, but he lived, but Dawson, and he lived.
Oh my dude, I am so
It,
surprised he lived.
it was just such a reaction, though. Like, everybody there just
He
kind
was
of brushed
so
it off, like,
upset.
oh yeah, you accidentally shot him, oh well, he's fine. But in hindsight,
Yeah.
Like even I was like, wow, you're really making a big deal about this. But in hindsight, it's like,
Yeah.
God, well, you would in real
Yeah,
life.
Yeah.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
like, dude, I swear he is so lucky too because the Blaze
Mm.
was on single. If it was
Oh,
on double,
damn.
he would have died. Like like there's no way he would have survived. I am genuinely
Yeah.
surprised that he survived that shot. But I'm not sure if
Wow.
it hit his play carrier or something. But still,
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
in game like that, 308, like right there, they like you would have died.
Done deal.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Man.
So
Yeah.
Well,
That was
and
yeah. But
go ahead,
fuck, do you not
Tyler.
feel like
Sorry.
sometimes this is like me being stupid and believing in spooky shit, right? But do you not feel like sometimes there is just those moments where it's just like, oh wow, that really couldn't have happened any better way. That's like so, like nearly destined to be kind of shit. Is that me? Am I stupid? I don't know.
no,
Because
no, no.
I felt like when, like, because we spent like some time praying and like, really fucking getting spiritual before we went up to meet Norman. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
fucking Emily was like a Catholic girl or whatever. You know what I mean? She was kind of suspicious of you at first, but
I was actually suspicious of you, no offense. Whenever I first met
really,
you. Yeah,
no
like I thought
way.
so yeah, like so whenever
Mhm.
I Group first met you and I saw you, you're like this very friendly and happy person. And
Hmm.
I was still kinda trying to get used to
Ah,
RP and Daisy
interesting,
and stuff and like I was like
interesting.
I really feel like like really this place is some kind of cult or something. She's gonna like steal some work from behind. Like I feel like that
Oh
was the
shit.
case. And like and the argument with Norman and Amelie that just made it worse. Like that just made me feel even more suspicious. But I mean, I was blessed. I was gonna be like, this is fine. It's normal. But like in my mind, I was like, she's definitely gonna do something.
Oh, no way,
Tech,
that's so
Yeah.
it
funny.
was a
That's so
cult. It was.
funny.
I think technically, yeah, a lot of people thought it was a cult because anytime
Really?
somebody showed signs of madness or
Oh my god.
insanity or violence, her immediate response was, "All right, let's get a bunch of fires,
And the
circle
and
Right,
them,
the
and
look, no
exorcism. The
offense, right?
exorcism made it worse.
yeah, and the exorcisms. She was talking about that from like day one of the iteration.
Look at
Oh,
it
how
was a
you
good
feeling, Norman?
Catholic
Do you need
ceremony,
Do you
okay?
need another exorcism? It's like, good God.
Oh my god.
Oh no. I just, do you know what? It's worked the first time for a while, kind of, a little bit, more or less. But I don't know. I don't know. It was lots of fun. It was a lot of fun to fucking do
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
exorcisms, to be honest with you. Just to fucking fuck with people. But I
We
never
should,
had any intentions of being like too bad. I don't know. It was mostly Norman. Like,
I'm
oh,
just
dude,
fucking with
that
you.
was such a complex like time. Because Norman and I, like, cause we did actually want to, quietly take people out sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, there's a few.
Yeah, we did. We
Mm.
had planned to do that. Like,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, but like, this was like Norman trying to like make Amelie, because like Norman just wanted to kill people, and Amelie was just like, look, let's just find bad people and kill them or whatever. So she was trying to steer him towards something that would at least be kind of decent, at least by
Ah.
apocalypse standards. Because like at the start, like I didn't really have any plans for Amelie, and I didn't know what Boom was doing. I didn't know Boom's character. I didn't know Norman yet or anything. Like, do you know what I mean? So like Amelie was this like kind of pure sort of French person that was like the only reason I decided to even be French was because I was wanted to wind up. This is not my ID, Henry, because he's English and they don't like the French. So that was the only reason he was French. Really. So yeah, like she was a completely throwaway character at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And the whole motel was like Norman's idea, and it was supposed to end up like, kind of like a horror story. But
Well, to be fair, we weren't really supposed to survive the prologue, in my opinion.
mm,
I'm
Oh really?
surprised nobody killed me. Yeah.
yeah, I kind of thought that a lot fewer people would get through. It seemed like anybody who was like online who could do it got through if they didn't have a criminal record. And Norman did actually have a criminal record as well. He just slipped through the cracks, more or less, because like I wouldn't shut up about him.
Yeah, it was that was tense. I wish I'd have gotten that on video, but there was a back and forth between the Bucker, Norman, go over here, back to the execution camp, and then Emily would
my
plead
God.
and plead and plead, and then it was very tense.
It was
Uh,
tense. He got taken away twice at least.
Wow.
Was it 3 times? I can't remember.
I can't
It might have
remember.
been 3.
But
Fuck
the
it.
fact
It was
is that
nuts.
yeah. But I wanted to ask you there, Father Vlad, for my own personal self-interest. Now that it's been like a month, everybody's dead. When Norman asked you, Father Vlad, do you want to come? I think he presented the idea of we could be cannibals. And then Father Vlad, since he's so kind of trustworthy, he could bless us in the sense that he could be our human watching over the vampire, so to speak. He could be that guy. And then you said, I think you said no, or not going to happen. And then that's when it went to, okay, well, Emily, kill Father Vlad, or
Mm-hmm.
kill me, whatever.
Yeah, like so with that situation, it um I mean it's tricky. So if I were to do something like that, I would want Vlad to break in a way. Like if he was gonna do something like that, he like his mind has to be corrupted. Like he's too innocent and stuff to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So that would
And
have required a more, maybe another hostile interaction before that, that maybe,
correct.
yeah, that
Yeah.
that everybody survived, yeah.
Yeah, but like, um, even then, I still had this one plan for Vlad, where he was going to eventually develop Alzheimer's.
Yeah, you said that. Oh man. God,
Yeah.
that would have been so sad. That I'm glad
Mm.
that he went out the way that he did. If that was the other end, honestly, honestly,
Like it would have been horrible for Vlad. Like
yeah, it
he
would
would
have
forget who people
everything.
were. He wouldn't know what path to
No.
take. Like he will get lost. He like I will make him get lost.
Yeah.
And like he will eventually forget how to use technology because he never used technology whenever he was raised. And he
Oh
has
man.
never and he have never tried to introduce himself to that since. Um,
Yeah.
until the apocalypse. Like he was just starting to learn, and so he will forget that. He'll forget people's names. He will eventually forget that the infected are indeed infected,
Ah,
Yeah.
and eventually he would realize that, or eventually he will forget that there's an apocalypse at all.
so you'd be like talking to the infected and walking the streets
Yeah.
like everything was peachy.
Yeah, he would just
Oh.
think that like the people are like the government is like I don't know getting poor or something because of how broken down everything is.
Yeah, man, that's a great.
Oh.
That I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass because you're on a podcast, but that is great. God, that's just so great character. That's a
Yeah.
great path to even want to think about or take because
Yeah.
God, I just wish
Oh.
there was more role players like you and Coulter Wall and uh, Habit Foreman. And, God, I go on and on and on. Let's see, who did I forget? Oh, yeah, Yabo tripped a second.
Fuck's sake. Can't get an inch. Just, and he wonders why I wind him up, like.
But no, seriously,
Um,
that's awesome. And
yeah.
I don't know what your next character is gonna be. I have no idea, and I don't even know if you know yet. I haven't read the character thing yet, but
Oh, Yeah, I still need to finish up the backstory. I do have one in, but I need to get the backstory in.
Oh yeah, make sure you do that before you log in.
Yeah,
FYI.
yeah, I'm sorry about that.
That's a
So
tough
I'll
rule because sometimes you need time to figure it out. Like,
Well,
you
you
want to
should.
get your survival stuff on the road before you.
Yeah, I know.
I get impatient.
A
So I
grace
do
period
apologize
would be
for
nice, like maybe like 3 days or something. Just fucking let you fuck around and think
that.
about it for a bit
But
because it's hard and
I
you
th-
want to
I, I
play.
I thought the same way, and then once I realized, um,
like that it would be really necessary or something like that. Like,
yeah, it's like, well, maybe you should sit down because with like my current character, I was like, I don't really know what I'm gonna. Maybe he becomes this, maybe he becomes that, or maybe he's just a dumbass. And so I just filled out like 3 sentences.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah.
wanted I wanted it to be mysterious on purpose because I had no idea myself.
Yeah.
you
I
know,
had to, yeah,
It
do the
yeah,
same
I
thing.
really find that really interesting because like if you were to do like a mysterious character, like you'll like I don't know, eventually find out along the way. I just really find that really interesting
hmm
because you don't really know what's gonna happen, and then you're gonna slowly develop like this or that, and you're like, yeah, he's gonna be this or he's gonna be that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, it really builds around your atmosphere and who you run into, but you
Yeah.
can it can it after not to be just to release a little confidential information. That's all. Just the whitelist forms. After reading backstories though and judging the backstories, I have come to realize that God, you probably should sit down for and
Okay.
think about what you're actually going to be before you even log back in. Like, because
Yeah.
I could have came up with it kind of shined a light like, oh my God, I could be, or will be, or can be, whatever. You can make a backstory about a guy that's just a complete germaphobe. Like how,
Yeah.
and that would affect your role play so much. Or somebody
Yeah.
that, yeah, it's just a rich kid that,
Has no skills whatsoever.
Oh,
spoiled as fuck.
that was actually my first plan after Lou. Believe it or
Oh,
not,
right.
it was gonna be it was gonna be this rich, posh asshole of a guy, you know, had his own company and everything, and he decided to take a little trip into Chinaris or for
That's
some
so
reason, and
funny.
like lo and behold, he gets stuck, and he's gonna be bragging about his shit to other people. But once it comes to finding one single freaking infected, he's just gonna scream like a little girl and run away.
Which is
And I was
great.
like,
Nice.
That would be
yeah,
such
like
a
Yeah.
great
I
reaction to see out of somebody in
yeah,
game.
yeah,
Just
like I really wanted to do that, but I was a I wasn't so sure of it because I don't want to be another asshole kind of guy. So I just kind of went more chill, kind of. So the plan for my character, like the plan that I'm actually going to be doing is his name is Casimir Lamba, and he's a Russian insurgent.
Mm.
Ooh.
And yeah, so it's gonna be like this average kind of thing where during his teenage childhood thing, he would these insurgents would go up to him and tell him about what's going on, and he would join them and he would skip school and everything just to be with the insurgents.
Hmm.
And like he would participate in riots and all those kinds of things.
Hmm.
And he was actually going to have a relationship with another character that my friend is doing, and she's a Russian army soldier or something along the lines like that. And we were going to have this relation where, um,
So this
Oh,
is a. We can't hear you right now, bud. Still there? Can you hear me? Right?
I can hear
What?
you.
What?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, sorry about that.
1971. Okay.
You're all good.
Yeah, sorry about that. What was it? And like where Casimir and his fellow insurgents ambushed um, my friend's character and her people, but he would eventually let him go. And so whenever they, find each other again, they're gonna be like extremely pissed off at each other, kind of deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be
Cool.
like this kind of hate kind of relationship, but they like help each other out still, or
Cool.
something like that.
Yeah,
So,
cool. That's
so
awesome.
that's
What do
yeah,
you guys
that's my
think of?
plan.
So it's kind of a no. I see what you're saying. It's a by friend, do you mean somebody you previously role played with, or
Yes.
okay?
What do you guys think about like, you know, there's like completely organic gameplay where you're just meeting the people that you see. But
Yeah.
there is obviously a fair amount of I'm going to meet up with my friends that goes on. You know what I
You
mean? There is
shouldn't.
like,
You shouldn't do it. Because what
shouldn't do it.
happens?
I
You
know
get
you shouldn't do
clicks.
it.
Well, you get clicks, and that's what you see all the time is little clicks of okay, so and so and so
Oh,
and
we'll
so is
see
going to be together.
grudges. Yeah,
Well, not
I
yeah, not necessarily. You just see the same people together all the time.
I know. Is that harmful, do you think, to the RP, or does
I
it
I I
make it?
think so. Like in
Yeah.
my opinion, and I would love to have your opinions on this, guys. But in my opinion, I think you should distance yourself, and
Mhm.
you're supposed to, but you should distance yourself from anybody you knew in your previous life,
Yeah.
and just go explore, find new
Mhm.
people, make new friends. I mean,
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Or like connect with like friends that you haven't seen in a while, or you can make there's like it's like cogs, you know what I mean? You can kind of work
hmm
around, and
yeah,
it's good fun. Like, I do try, and I try to be very different from the last character that I was as well. I don't know. Like, just
right.
people
yeah.
sometimes are just happy enough to be the same person again and again. You know, that kind of way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, you see
And
that.
you know, with the
You know them
thing
for
of
a
like
long time, and you know exactly who they are because they're always just themselves with a different name.
yeah, with the thing with my character Gunoff, I was really sad that he had to go because like at the time I didn't know what else to do. Like I just really wanted to continue being Gunoff. I knew that I couldn't really do that. So I mean it's gonna be freaking hard.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
And yeah, sometimes you just gotta fucking let a death be a death as well. Like, I want to ask you this, Boom. Do you get a lot of tickets about deaths that are like completely legitimate and people are still bitching?
I'm gonna grab some honey.
Um, I
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, no, you actually died. The answer to them all would be like, no, you have to perma, and that's just it. This was a legitimate RP death.
well, you see, I'm
Do
in, I'm in
people?
I'm in new waters here. I'm in new territory here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
there's tickets that have come and been closed, but I don't know what I can say.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
I'll say this about Gunoff. Whenever he died because he bled out from a zombie, and I was like hoping that he could, be saved or something because it was just blood loss. But
Well, you don't have
then
to
again,
perma for that.
You don't have to perma
well,
for blood
it
loss.
was yeah. But the thing is, it was like role played out like a lot.
Oh, shit.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
was there other people that saw it
yeah.
or
Oh yeah. Like it was
okay? Oh
like
yeah, then.
there
Oh,
was a whole
damn.
group. Yeah, and I was so sad. Like whenever, like I'll be honest, I was a bit
Yeah.
upset that he had to go, but it was completely understandable.
Are
Because
there?
he was like finally getting like like
Yeah.
he's like actually getting developed as a character. Like during his time, he was very protective of this one person called Nadia because she lived in a bunker her whole life.
Okay. I feel like I met those people at some point.
Yeah, and so he was very determined, to try and help her out, get to know like some things, like he taught her about the crane whenever she asked and all that, and whenever he heard a
Mm-hmm.
gunshot, like he like was extremely worried.
Mm-hmm.
So like he like I still think that his sacrifice was still a lot because he was trying his damn best to save his friend while he was like
Okay.
bleeding out a lot. Like he put his life on a line to save another friend.
Oh
I
shit.
don't think we ever talked about that character. I I
No, like
I I didn't
y'all
know.
never
I
really
thought
met
Father
him.
Vlad was your first get go.
No, it was Ganov was my very first, and then Vlad was second. But nobody really knew Ganov because, like, as Ganov, I kind of got lost, and I eventually found Severograd, and I saw the school, and it was filled with so many people. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
Like, it shocked me because it was like, my first day in the server.
Okay.
Yeah, and so the plan I had for him was like, if I didn't find anybody, like I was gonna, maybe go a little bit insane because he hadn't
Okay.
seen anybody, and all I saw was
yeah.
infected. But he found people, and he was so excited and all that. Like he couldn't keep it together, and like the people like trying to help him calm down. And so he after that he just kind of stuck in the Verograd
That sounds like
because
tons of fun.
yeah,
I
it was kind of fun. It was really fun.
That was a
what
whole era of Severograd that, like, I knew it was really good, but I also knew it was, like, super busy and that it was gonna go to hell.
Hmm.
So we stayed well away from. Even Devil's Castle was the same. We are like, that's too busy. Shit's gonna go
Yeah.
down soon. Like,
yeah
no,
yeah you got
stay the fuck out of that for a while. Let's
there's a
just get a couple of
lot.
these cabins up first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was
but
your um what was this your first roleplay server, Joe? Or,
Yes, this is like my first ever kind of game roleplay kind of deal.
cool.
Like I've never done this. I never like tried this kind of RP at all. Like this is my very first server.
and
Did you watch any videos?
seeing how you've turned out, you've done from
Hmm.
my own personal experience,
I
two good characters at the very least.
Pretty
yeah,
influential
How
characters.
how was the whitelist application for you? Was it did you have to
so
redo it or?
well I originally came from Conquest.
No
Um
way.
yes, I'm a Conquest boy. But I was still kind of new to it still, so I decided to look at the partnerships because why the fuck not? And I saw That Remain, and I saw it was a role play server and all that. I was like, you know what? This sounds really fucking cool. I really hope it goes up to its name, and it did. So, but anyway, I sorry, I got off track. The whitelist, it wasn't as bad as Conquest. Like everything was
Oh,
fine.
Really?
I got one question wrong, but he allowed me to correct it,
yeah.
and I mean it didn't take as long as Conquest. With Conquest, it took like a long time
No
because
way.
I mean there's so many people trying to get whitelisted in Conquest. Like
Oh,
it's
I
crazy.
guess.
I
I
mean
guess.
like these servers are like big,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's still crazy to think about it. Um,
Oh, we should think about getting a conquest mod on here or somebody up there in
Uh,
that and just see what's going on over there. That'd be interesting to know sometime.
sorry.
that would be cool.
Michael. Yeah, just apply, bro. This is the best roleplay server you can get on PS4. Sorry, read the
Oh,
comments.
Michael's new?
He's still in the chat.
Yeah, he's my guy. He
Awesome.
but he no now I was just wondering from your perspective because I'd been in a few roleplay servers before this before I came to Reader Made, but I was just wondering from your perspective. You come from Conquest, and then you see this, and you read through the rules. You had to because it was
Yeah.
somebody zero experience, and they only get one question wrong. They totally read the rules. And it's just so
Mm-hmm.
we know you're actually sat down and read.
Trying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
an attempt.
Yeah, like what
You
like
get one
I
wonky
tr
star.
But
yeah,
what
I
did you think
try.
you were? What did you think you were jumping into, though? Did you think, okay, well, this is a place where I can like live out a fantasy, I can create a character, and then I don't have to worry about getting shot at for.
Yeah, what was your
Yeah, pretty,
motivation for
I mean,
changing?
like it was kind of I mean, it was kind of that kind of deal. Like whenever I saw it, I was like really hoping that this would like actually be it. 'Cause, I've done text RP and with the stuff I've been through, it wasn't really that good. Not really.
You've done what, RP?
So, what
Like text RP.
sex? So,
Oh,
Can you explain that?
Uh, you just basic. It's kind of like a right. Well, I don't know really how to say this. It's kind of hard to
I've tried
explain.
to play D&D in Discord before, and I
Yeah,
imagine it's
that
something
kind of
like
deal.
that.
That kind of
Yeah,
deal. Yeah.
yeah.
And
I get you.
I mean, it's just kind of hard, and the people there aren't really inspired.
Around, or yeah.
Okay, so it's like
Yeah.
so and so uses ice wrath for 23
Yeah,
damage.
and yeah,
Yeah.
they don't detail it
Okay,
at all.
okay.
And yeah, and so whenever I saw this, I was like I didn't know what to expect at all.
Nice.
Like I was praying that like this wouldn't be disappointing, and it wasn't at all. And when
Yeah.
and I saw the lore, I saw the rules and everything, and on top of that, you have to get whitelisted. And so I was
Mhm.
like, crap, like this is a lot to like you like you can't really do this in like an hour.
No.
Mm.
Yeah, you
But
did right. It's like an
yeah,
undertaking. You're like, oh shit, right, okay, so this, but it feels serious, and that's good.
But you're
And
glad,
they
yeah,
do
you're glad it's
look
there.
hmm
after things really quickly.
Yeah,
Like
because
they're
once,
very professional.
yeah, you're glad it's there too. Because once you get onto the server, if you run across somebody who just wants to come up and say, "Hey, give me your shit," pow, and you're like,
Mm,
yeah, I was hoping that
"Oh,
that wouldn't be the case,
right."
but it
But
I think
really
you can
wasn't.
either
Like,
get lucky or unlucky as well, though, you know?
hmm
Like
yeah,
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 there's
I
that as
haven't seen
well.
any of that fucking like
no,
half-assed like kill on site with extra steps. You know what I
there
mean? I
is
haven't
not.
seen any of that happening.
Yeah, there
So
is not that. I'd say there's people who rarely Blue Moon maybe get through from my experience that I've seen so far, but there is a lot of people that what would you call it? Role play. Role play is the
okay.
term I'm looking
So
for.
they're just barely skirting around what they are allowed to do, and they're
They know the
clearly taking the
Oh,
rules.
piss.
Yeah, they
is
know the
that what it
rules.
is?
Yeah,
Right.
there's a lot of role
Okay.
play out there, but it takes away from the role play, I think, because in my opinion, and I was just about to ask you this, Joe and Wyla. I'm gonna hear you too on this. If you get, say, like for Father Vlad, when I met Father Vlad as Norman in game, you had told me that somebody had held you up, but you had, because your character was so pure and thought everybody could be saved, you were kind of struggling. Should I even take vengeance? Should I even seek revenge? You know,
Yeah, like with that, like it really it really hit me because if I was, maybe gun off or something like that, more of a guy who's not so innocent, I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna go after this dude. He robbed me, for goodness
hmm
sake. But with Vlad, like, I can't do that because he is a pure soul, and like that just kind of itched me.
and you role played it out. So
Yeah,
you didn't go after the guy, but you
yeah.
did meet him later on, and he came and
Oh
apologized
yeah.
to you.
Yeah, he came and apologized to me, told his side of the story, and Vlad was like, "Oh, okay, well, I still forgive you no matter what."
But here's the thing: if you're role playing Lou,
If I
um,
was role playing Lou,
what would you
I
be? What
probably
would
would.
be your reaction? Do you think a death is a warranted response for the guy?
If I wasn't a cannibal, no. I'll say that. But
Do you see where I'm getting at though? Like if you had
yeah,
came
I
back and
know what you're
found him,
getting at though.
Do you let the
Yeah,
guy go, make it build up, or
no, Leo would have been absolutely pissed, and I would try my best to like sound angry and all that,
yeah?
and like,
You were
w-
decently scary as a captor, just for the record. You were like definitely like unsettling, and that was a lot of fun being captured by you guys, honestly. That was the fucking that was the shit. I was
I'm
like so
glad.
happy. I actually did not care if I died right then and there because I was like, at least something fucking fun happened. Like, do you know what I mean? It was great. It was good. It was really good. And like, as well as that, what's his name? John? Is that
Yes.
his name? He was brilliant as well. I don't know his fucking name off the top of my head because I'm really bad with things like that. His BSN or anything. I don't know any of that off the top of my head. But he was very scary. He had me in a corner a couple of times as well. Like,
Oh, I
and
spent.
Yeah.
no, I was very impressed. I was really really impressed. You did a great,
He was the other
real
cannibal,
life
Iceman.
applause.
Yeah.
It was good. It was really scary. I was really like, I tried to
Man, I
talk a
wish
bit of shit and act tough, you know what I mean? But like, there was just no getting around it.
somebody's gonna
They were
upload.
very intimidating and took my guitar off me, bastards.
Yes.
Don't worry, Leo kept it safe for you. He's that nice.
Ah, nice.
Please, please, somebody upload this. God. Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta see it. Sorry.
Oh, I
Yeah,
have it. I might upload it. I will
Uh,
try and get it done at least. You know what I mean? At
yeah.
least,
And
like,
if I
it'll be completely chronologically incorrect with my whole channel, and I don't care.
Well, I want to see Lou. I want to see Lou Tang's. Um, I never really got to see it, but I do want to see his real side, which I guess would be
Yeah,
the
his
menace.
scary side.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, no.
So
I think I have a lot of clips, so maybe I'll put something together for Lou.
you got
That would
to,
be
man.
cool.
You could come off the
Yeah.
bat swinging with Wila capture and interaction, and
Yeah.
that you got enough juice right there. You barely got to edit the thing.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
right there.
Oh yeah, I do have a question, Amelie.
yeah.
When that one person finally aimed the revolver at you, did your heart actually drop? Because I heard you gasp.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I was like, oh
Yeah.
fuck. Shit. I was
Yeah, I
like,
was
because I,
like,
I
oh shit.
honestly, oh man, I thought I
Uh,
was going to talk my way out of it. I've really for a while, but it was because I had to fucking spill the guts and try and get Kieran to come and help
uh,
that it all got fucking unraveled because he's had somebody at the pub. Now, this is all getting into meta, but I have a bone to pick with you spiritually.
what?
Yeah,
Talking
I don't
about me
know.
or
There's no, not you. No, thank God. No, no, no.
thank God.
Leo Tang, because how did you know? This is meta now. You shouldn't tell me.
I'm so lost. You just lost
I
me right
had.
there,
So
Lila.
with what like how we found out or
Yes, how did you find out that I got a radio call out to Kieran? How did you find that out?
so well this was also pretty confusing to me as well because I'm not sure what it was, but at the time those two other people that we had, they weren't really broken yet. And so as Leo, he
Hmm.
was kind of suspicious of those two, but John was very confident that they were going to be okay and everything. And
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
not exactly sure what happened. I'll look it over again. I'm sure it had it been something, or no. Somebody radioed saying that, hey, Amelie said this, or something along the lines like that. It was over a radio.
huh?
And so
Hmm.
that's what people got suspicious, and so me
Did they?
and a couple people searched. Uh,
Did you guys take a
those.
radio? Or-
Well,
Well,
she didn't
I,
have a
I,
radio at the time, but I'm
yeah,
pretty sure that someone gave you a radio. I figured that would have
yes,
been the case. Okay,
yeah, I
yeah,
was lent a radio. Yeah,
okay, yeah.
so I
I
managed to
figured
get a
that'd be the
call out to
case.
Kieran. But how it got from Kieran, i.e., Metallurg, i.e., whoever was there, how it got from Kieran then back down to you guys and so fast was what got my fucking hackles up because I was like, there's a spy in the pub.
Well,
But
yeah,
this is
that,
Yeah,
this is meta.
that's
We shouldn't
unless
even go
yeah,
there
well,
though.
unless the
yeah.
person
That
gave you
got
the
me
radio.
suspicious.
Hmm?
Did
Hmm?
you use VoIP, right? I mean, listen, the person that gave you the radio did it as a test.
No, there was two. Yeah, well, I mean, it's in journals and stuff now, so we can kind of talk about it a bit. But I was given a radio from two people, brother and sister, who were part of this camp, but apparently against their will, and they were trying to save their family. So they were telling me to like stop talking shit and getting myself hit and fucking, I was getting on the nerves of my captors because I wanted to be killed quicker because I wasn't going to break. I just absolutely, no matter what
No.
you did, was not going to break in any sense. I was just going to repeatedly just not break. And I knew it was probably going to get drawn out. So I was like, I was actually checking, like, how long can these people actually hold me for?
Mm.
So,
You know, go ahead. I was gonna say
no,
I was hoping you would go join the dark side or whatever.
Yeah, I
no,
was
at that
hoping
point,
to personally as well.
Amelie was swore against it. At least she would have made a business deal. That was legitimate. When I was like
Oh,
trying to
that was
fucking
legitimate? That wasn't a play?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was like,
I
like whatever. Legitimately, I was going to stretch that moral of I don't care who you are, I only care about your behavior towards me. I was going to stretch that out to its limit. So if your behavior towards me benefited me, I was just going to be like, okay, that's morally sound,
okay.
and
Yeah,
go
so
ahead with that.
yeah, with Lou, he was kind of really suspicious at that because he figured that you could just go back over there and tell them everything. And so he tried to devise this
Oh,
plan
damn.
and talk with Jim and John saying, "Hey, she said this, but I kind of don't like it, so we probably need
Mm.
someone to go over there. But again, if we just send one
Damn,
person,
bro.
you
Why
still could
you
have taken
suspecting
us
me
at
all the time? What the fuck, man?
I
That's like
as
twice now.
Lou,
How does it feel?
I gotta take extra steps.
Damn, I'm not always on the dodgy. To be honest with you, I am like, I don't know. I don't know. You see, this is the thing. I just kind of go with whatever is happening. And at that point, I was legitimately going to make like a deal with you guys because I wanted people, you know what? We're not going to meta today. So
Well,
I
Yeah.
where are
don't
you
want to say
going? Where are you
too
going?
much.
Where are you
No, I
going
don't
with
want to say.
that?
I don't want
Okay,
to say too much. Don't want
I
to say too
trust
much.
you. All right.
Yeah, but
It was
I'll
good
just
fun.
say, yeah, I'll just say the radio that was still fucking brilliant because although you may have passed, we paid the fucking price for it. I'll say
What
that.
the fuck happened after I died? Please tell me. How did Liu Tang die? How did he
Okay,
die?
so right when you died, we all freaked out and we tried to get out
Mm,
because people were going to be after us. And so at the time, I had to do something, and so I decided to go out on my own and try to run as far as possible because I had to do something real quick. I didn't want to be with the group and hold them back.
okay. Okay,
And
yeah.
after that, I retreated all the way up north, like just trying my best to fucking survive because I ran out of meat and stuff. And so I was like,
Mm,
crap, like this is gonna be tough. And so that's when my friend Kiara radioed me and said, "Hey, um, this guy Dave here, he's gonna try and help us out and everything." And I said, "Okay, give me his frequency." And Dave told me what's gonna happen and stuff. He told me to head over to Gavano. That's where the people are gonna take me in to keep me safe. And he said,
mm-hmm.
if anything bad happens, just try and let him know. Because
Mm,
he didn't want us to get hurt. So I was like, okay. And so Leo took that as an advantage and went to Gavano.
mm-hmm.
And he got fed and everything and all that. And eventually, like, the place was like filled with people too. And so they were like, hey, let's go ahead and go to Dave Scott. But right when I left the gate, they all held me up at gunpoint and they took me
Oh.
to a church. That's where I saw the guy, Maverick.
Aha.
Yeah. They
Nice.
told him everything. I
Mm-hmm.
figured. And
Mm-hmm.
so Lou was pissed, but at the same time he panicked because he didn't
Okay.
expect this at all. And
Mm-hmm.
so they interrogated the fuck out of him. Maverick shot him in the chest with a I'm
Shit.
pretty sure it was a 9x39 armor piercing round.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, and because it like that shit almost killed me. And
Whoa.
so yeah, like Leo tried his best to bullshit his way out, but Maverick was there. Like there was no way, and they said,
Yeah.
"Who gives a fuck about what Scott is gonna do? I'm the commander now," or something like that.
Hmm.
Or no, or no, the
I'm the
person
captain.
that told me that, yeah, the person who told me that was like the general of the place or something like that, and
Mm-hmm.
Dave was just like a lieutenant, major, something like that. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
lower rank.
Mm-hmm.
And so, um, whenever Dave came, he was like, "Hey guys, what the fuck?" And like they try to fucking or sorry, excuse my language.
You
And they
can
try to
swear,
tell
it's
them to
fine.
like stand down and all that. And one of the guys asked, "Hey, are we done with this bastard?" And I was like, "Yeah, just put him out of his misery." And I try to keep talking my way, but they put the bag over me, and then I saw you are dead.
No, not the
So
bag.
yeah, so that's the end.
Damn.
So that's the end of Liu Tang's Reign of Terror.
Oh, they could
It
have
was
kept you for a
well,
bit longer, interrogated you for information and stuff. Well, I
yeah,
suppose
well,
if
still,
Maverick was
still,
there, they knew everything.
still, Leo tried to bullshit his way, trying to act all innocent, saying, "Oh no, it was John that broke me," and stuff like that.
Uh,
Right, okay.
But
Cool.
Maverick was there. They're gonna play his side. Plus, he's not a cannibal. Bonus points for that. And so, yeah,
that
Maverick,
uh,
Sweets, you did an amazing job.
No. No,
Well,
Sweets they did an amazing job. They really did. They were very good. Because there
your
was like a
sacrifice will
moment.
still not be forgotten, though. I'm just saying that.
Okay, cool, cool. There was a moment with Sweets and Maverick where like they were like trying to be like, no, seriously, we can help you, and I was like all suspicious and stuff. So it was really cool role play. It was like really like you couldn't write it the way you had to kind of suss each other out. Do you know what I mean? It was really subtle. Like you'd have to be a genius to make it as a movie. Do you know what I mean? It was like a
yeah.
real like two people who are like on the same side but don't know each other are on the same side and they have to figure that out. Do you know what I mean? And it was really like
Yeah.
it was really subtle and really cool and they did a really, really fantastic job as well. They were really
What
good. And I'm
what
glad they're still out there. For
where do you
sure.
end up at the end of the day, Wilo? With the thing? What
Oh,
was it going into this where you were like, you know what? I'm tired of this Emily stuff. Go for it.
honestly, I wanted to go out with a bang, right? It felt like the
Do you
hotel
feel
was at an absolute peak and that it was going to get boring soon if
Yeah.
nothing happened.
do you
So
feel
I was like, do you
happy?
know what?
I
This is
mean,
perfect.
yeah. Was it like, yeah, okay.
My real self was like, okay, this is great, right? I can do a lot here. But my in-game self was like, I do not want to die. And I cooperated completely with everything for ages, didn't I? I was like really good. You let me off the handcuffs and everything. You were like, let me run alongside. I was very well behaved until we
Yeah,
got to
you
the
were well
dock.
behaved. And the way that you were so well behaved and disciplined, Liu was like, this may not be so bad after all.
Ah, cool.
Was there ever a thought
Interesting.
of was there ever a thought of like Stockholm syndrome or maybe she can
I
join
gave it a
us?
serious thought. Well, Emily was like, do you know what? Like, this could be just what I've been looking for, something to change up my life or whatever. And she was kind of
Oh,
just listening around and,
thank you, Michael.
just trying to suss out, like, like, is this the direction that I want to take now? You know what I mean? Taking it serious thought. And I
Yeah.
think at
Right.
some points, like, I was even asking you questions, like, well, like, what does this actually, like, entail? Do you know what I mean? What do you actually need from me? And, like, while weighing up the possibilities, because,
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, like,
It was the same for me with Norman's death. Like I was happy. I was happy with it. Add a
hmm
character. I was like, oh, thank God, because it got
Yeah,
exhausting there at the end. Norman, I was like,
yeah.
I can't keep this up. I can't
hmm
laugh. I can't keep laughing like this. I'm gonna stroke out. But but then so I was happy with that. I was very happy because there was a lot of character development that was built towards that death, especially with Emily, and then we had Father Vlad
hmm
involved in a few sessions, so he had knowledge that things were kind of spiraling out of control. Um,
Hmm.
so I was
Yeah.
very satisfied. Like that's the death you want in a roleplay server
Just
for
something
Father.
kind of like, yeah,
Yeah, for Father
Yeah.
Vlad. For Father Vlad, I
fitting.
wanted to ask you how you felt when you got the trigger pulled on Father Vlad.
I
Hmm.
was stumped. Like I was
Hmm.
genuinely so sad, and like my stomach has never dropped so bad. I'll be honest, like I had freaking trouble eating after that. I was like, all right, you
No.
know
Really?
what, let me get some dinner, and I couldn't freaking eat. I was like, God
Holy
damn, like
shit,
I
that's
was
so
being sad.
funny.
Yeah, like
Oh, my heart. I feel that though. I do. I do.
yeah,
That's so cool.
but
That's really nice.
it is 6. I do have to go because it is actually
Ah.
my sister's birthday. So
Oh
Whoa,
shit.
happy birthday, Sister
Happy
Joe.
birthday.
I will still be available tonight if you're down to still be up. Maybe have a drink or so if
If
y'all
you
want.
want.
I
Way
I
ahead
am
of you,
am
bud.
down.
I might be there for, yeah, for sure. It's
Okay,
only
cool.
fucking 12 here, to be honest. So, like, I mean, it's
Like 12
still
p.m.
early
or
for
a.m.
y'all. It's 12 a.m. here
Oh,
in
okay.
the evening. Yeah, yeah.
This hag never
But
sleeps.
shut your fucking mouth. I swear to God, you're getting stabbed. You're getting stabbed, right? That's it.
You
Come here.
know, like
It's time.
I
Later, Vader.
love talking with y'all folks. So like,
Fucking brat.
but
So,
You'll be fine.
thank you so much for letting me like get into the podcast and everything.
now
No,
I'm
thank you
kind
so
of
much for quality roleplay.
Oh my
glad.
goodness.
I'm glad that Wyla shit the pants last Sunday, and then we waited because now we get to talk a little bit about Lou.
Yeah, it was all my fault. It was completely my fault. Yeah.
Oh,
I
But
don't
I
remember
didn't.
exactly whose fault it was, but it's
I,
probably mine. But I'm still gonna
I
lay
didn't
some blame
sleep
on
in.
him just
I
'cause,
didn't sleep in at
yeah.
all.
Oh, that was, yeah. Okay, there you go.
yeah,
But
all
thank
right.
you for coming, Vlad.
Yeah,
And
thank y'all. Hopefully
Thank
y'all
hopefully
you.
you're
just let me know, please, and I'll come right away.
no
Well, it's
problem.
probably gonna be after April at that point. But thank you. Your first
Yeah,
return guest.
Yes,
yeah.
very entertaining. Thanks so much for coming.
You're welcome. Have a good night, y'all.
Thank you for the
You
great
too.
roleplay. Thank you. Love you.
Are we exiting the server now, or are you just ending the podcast?
I
End the
don't know.
podcast.
In
End
the
the
pod,
podcast, you get stabbed.
in the podcast, are you
Oh,
gonna
he's
stab?
gone.
He
He's
left.
gone.
He left. Stab him.
You want to get? You want? No. Stab him.
He
I
cannot
don't want to
live.
stab him. I want to stab you. Come here.
Why are you stabbing me? This is our guest. We're supposed to kill him with dignity.
No, no, get off him.
Oh,
That's
well,
Vlad.
okay.
You don't fucking. Aww. Are you
Wilo.
still recording? Is this still live?
Yeah,
Can I
that
check it?
podcast ain't over, bitch. We got
Oh
plenty of
fuck.
time.
Oh dear. Do I have to talk now? I was enjoying not having to talk
You've been
for a while.
talking for 2 hours.
Bro, I tried to stop myself and I just keep going. I have no idea why. I'm just completely. I don't know. Sorry.
Michael says Norman had a sad but really good ending. Thank you, Michael.
He
You're
did.
right.
Yeah, it was fitting. I'm
If I could
sorry that
get,
I fucking.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
What are you gonna say?
I'm sorry that I wasn't around to do more hotel stuff in like a better time frame. I am sorry because it was very slow.
Hmm.
So,
It
yeah.
was actually popping when Norman was there.
The hotel was cool. Have you been there
There's
recently?
no, I
I
have no
dropped by there a
memory.
day or two ago
Oh,
as my new
okay.
character.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna
Well,
meta though.
I know, I know.
I was just interested. I was just like a friend of mine said
It's
that
only
there was, well, not even a friend, somebody
at
I'd just
least
met.
wait a week. At least wait a week. That's all I'm saying.
What?
Right? At least what? What?
Do you want to get stabbed again?
No. Well, here's my thing. Okay. Oh, out of character clicks. You got friends, right? Everybody's got friends out of character.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that would be like if Amelia Norman died, then they came back, and all of a sudden you saw, and you see this a lot in game. All of a sudden you saw Mr. Danger Boom and Wyla 1971 as different characters in the same
Yeah,
base.
in the same click. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna not do that though. Like,
I don't.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
I don't. I don't want to unless it's natural.
Yeah,
And by natural, I mean
exactly.
ac
It could happen.
actually natural. The
Yeah, we
map's
could
too
have
big.
motives that align.
I doubt I'll ever run into you again, to be honest.
It's actually crazy the amount of people that you can just not run into. Do you know what I mean? Like there was
Mm.
a lot of activity at the pub, but there was still people that I didn't even meet until way late in the game that had been
Yeah.
around the whole time since the prologue even. You know what I mean? I was like, holy shit, you've been out here the whole time doing all this. You know, it was like it's cool the way that it functions, but it has to be
Yeah.
organic.
It
You're
has to
right,
be.
like I mean, look, this is the thing. Everybody has friends, but like, you can also make RP friends and like try and like rotate
For
around.
sure. I
Yeah,
wouldn't even know
exactly.
you if it
Yeah,
wasn't for
it's
random chance.
there's a certain amount of go with your gut and see what kind of people you like. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
like
But then
if I.
also people come here with groups from other servers who know each other a long time, who may be IRL boyfriend and girlfriend or fiance and fiance. There could be like stuff that you don't really want to break it up for the quality of the server. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Maybe there's a couple that are like really together in real life and they always roleplay together, and that's just like it's meta and it's like a kind of
Well,
against the rules. You
it's
don't
like cult.
necessarily want to break
Yeah,
it up
and
either.
at Culture Wall, okay, for example,
Hmm.
my favorite person. All right, if anybody's watching, what's your favorite role player? Frankie on PC, Double Dog Gamer. I don't know what it is.
I love Fubar Bundy, but he's not really a role player. He's just a mad bastard.
Fubar Bundy. Okay, say
Yeah.
you ran into Fubar Bundy. Here's the thing, Culture
Uh,
Wall. I did not even know he joined the server because we keep everything in a game because it's just so organic that way. I kind of knew he joined the server. Okay, I knew he was in the server, but
yes.
I ran into him as Detective Hardy organically. I just
Okay,
woke
cool.
up one day, went outside. I was at the McCarthy pub, I think, and he was out there. I was
Okay.
like, oh my god, it's Culture Wall. It's
Yeah.
he's role playing his father, Joseph,
And oh no,
Josiah.
Josiah. And you're
Yeah,
already like a fan of his from other servers and stuff. And then
exactly.
I see, that's so cool.
So I had no clue, but then there he is, boom, and we spent about 5 minutes between Detective Hardy and Father Josiah for that whole iteration. We only had about 5 minutes, ten
No
minutes.
way.
Yeah, that was it.
Wow.
So then, Serpico happens
Uh-huh.
again. Organically
No.
run into him out of nowhere. I'm coming back to base,
Nice.
and oh my god, I'm coming back to my own base, and he's there. At this point, I don't even know he's in the server at all. I thought he was
Wow.
away on college shit.
Well, yeah, he
So
was
I see
same.
him in game, and I'm trying to contain myself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm like, oh my god,
Awesome.
Culture Walls. Not only is he back, he's in my base.
Dude.
That's amazing. And then,
Yeah,
so
I feel you on that completely. I know
then
exactly.
I'll say this to the till my ears bleed. Serpico got a very unfair death, but
Okay.
there was a ruling there, and it is what it is. Everything happened.
It is what it is. Yeah.
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 So when I created this new character, I knew for a fact you have fucked my chance to roleplay with Frankie on PC. Let's just say that.
Oh, that's not true. I understand that you want to make it happen organically again, though.
Yeah, well, that was my
Yeah,
feeling because
yeah. I
you fucked
feel
my
you on that.
chance to roleplay with Frankie
Yes,
on
you
PC.
fucked
So
a
I
no, but they fucked a chance to roleplay with your Frankie on PC.
that's
They fucked
that no
a
that
chance.
the chance because I met him organically.
That's not.
And I
Yeah, I
didn't
know
want to
what you
be that
mean
guy that
organically again.
DMs somebody and goes, "Hey, can I join Europe?" But it,
No, that's not. But you can honestly, like, look, if you're determined, you can meet anybody you want to.
yeah, as long as you know where they're at, because there's always going to be. What my point is there's going to be a certain clique
Yeah.
of people out of character. They're going to DM each other. There's no way of stopping it. There's no way of moderating it unless they rat each other out. Like if I DM'd you right now and said, "Oh shit, I saw Emily died. You want to
Mm-hmm.
start a group, bro?" You know what I mean?
I know
That to
exactly what you mean.
me is just sticking with your out of character. It doesn't help, in my opinion.
I understand entirely the temptation to be like, "Oh my God, what happened?" Do you know what I mean? And not even
Right.
think like this is meta, or just be like shocked and just be like, I want to know what happened so quickly. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I didn't like I got, and I'm not going to tell you any names because snitches get stitches fed. But the point is that there is a certain amount of people who did message me to ask me like what happened, and they were curious, and I wanted to tell them, but I did not tell them. Okay, so I
Well,
want to if
come
anybody
on.
is listening to this, it's worth it
I gotta take a
because
pee pee
now,
break, so just keep talking.
oh my God, you the moment, oh, I'll kill you. Didn't tell anybody because I thought it would be revealed in a better way through either a video or what has actually turned out is this podcast. The details have been revealed, and it's like a kind of it was a big enough deal. It was a big deal for Emily. She was alive for a couple of months in a DayZ server. That's you know, I know it's RP, but she lasted a while, and I'm very proud of her. But she was boring, and I'm glad that she's dead. So that's how I feel about the whole thing.
Sorry. And just in case somebody clips this and says we're metagaming, the last 10 seconds of her just saying the details were revealed on this podcast is out of context. She did not reveal who actually killed her on this podcast. Okay, so just
But look,
saying.
it's literally, I don't like what you're being even more feddy than the feds now. There's literally no reason why anybody would be pissed about anything we're talking about, even if I did say who killed me
I'm just
and
saying
how.
somebody could clip that in the last minute of your speech and just say, "Oh, she or metagaming." And just
Yeah, they can clip it or whatever, but like,
yeah, they
fuck
can
that.
do what they
It's
want. I don't
ridiculous.
care what they do. They can report it to an Adam right now for all I care. But I'm just saying, out of
I haven't done anything
context,
wrong.
we never talked about who killed Emily in this whole podcast.
No,
We
we
never said
didn't,
a
but we
name.
could, and no,
We
but we
never said a
can
name.
now if you want to. I'll say a name.
I
We can. Like honestly, it's been 24 hours since the death of both of us. And a video could have been released by now easily.
yeah,
Is that not true?
that's true.
What we're doing is less detailed than a video. We're just discussing it. So in honesty, this is like definitely as meta as a video, but it's different. It's toned down in a sense.
That
And I don't
channel
know,
is meta. Journals are meta. That's my opinion.
videos are meta. You
If you
think
yeah,
videos posted before a death are meta? Like,
before death.
this is the thing. You have to find the balance because, like
Well,
if,
well,
say, for
that's
example, there Dean
that's
Ford was releasing videos his whole life, you know what I mean? And then he died and he had more videos to release and then he released them
yeah, he
and
had
then
like
he was a new
5.
guy.
I was
You
surprised.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like quite a bit, you know what I mean? So there's meta and then there's content. And where is the line? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we all love the content. I think there's enough of us that we can kind of like have that bit of content and be mature enough to not use it as meta, you know?
Yeah.
And the people, honestly, the people who are going to get this far into this podcast are all those kind of people who actually are like, oh, this
I
is
agree.
interesting,
I
you
agree.
know?
I agree. Um, but due to recent experience, I have kind of forbid myself from. Well, here's the thing. You have to draw a line because before I got into the top secret Fed stuff.
Mhm.
To me, Death Channel was meta. Just
Mhm.
looking at it's meta, in my opinion.
You had
Right?
said it several times. You had it turned off. Notifications are turned
Yeah,
off,
this
muted,
is
blah blah blah.
documented.
Yeah.
Journals are meta.
Yeah. Journals. Yeah.
They're so meta. That's the thing. Character entries, in my opinion, are meta. You can't really reveal who you are because,
I didn't want to write my character entry, but it was because I wasn't ready. You know
yeah,
what I
but
mean? But I
then at the
understand the necessity for it at the same
yeah,
time
there's
because it lets
you
you
have
know
to,
that this
yeah.
person is going to put some fucking thought into it, which is
Right.
important.
Now, if it's a
You
first
know, it is
timer,
important to
you're
screen people. Maybe, yes, that's good. Maybe there could be like some kind of rank or level where
mhm.
people are like, okay, we don't actually have to worry about what they're doing because they have shown time and time again
Yeah,
that they are taking it seriously and
as
they
long as
really
you
enjoy
put
taking
your
it seriously.
as long as you set your death in the death channel, and we know that, okay, say Emily's dead,
Hmm.
we already know she's dead. It's in the death channel.
Yeah,
But then if you see
you
her
know, like,
online,
do I need a backstory?
yeah,
I'd like to just some time to figure stuff out, you know? Maybe
that's
walk
how I
around in
felt.
shock for a couple of days.
Yeah, that's how I felt my current character. That's why I have the weakest character entry of all
Oh,
time. It's
yeah.
three
I had to
sentences
be really
at
tactical with
best.
mine too. I didn't even read. I have to go and look at yours right now.
I can tell
But
you right now,
mine was the
it says a
same.
failed stand-up comedian. Nobody laughs at his jokes
Oh, I
besides
did read
himself.
it. Uh-huh,
Yeah,
I did
and then
read it.
but that's the thing. I didn't know where. It's like where because Serpico was thought out, but not really thought out. But it's like where do you go? Where do you want to play on the server, right? But then at the same time, it's like God, this is your perfect opportunity to create a character and a fantasy that you want to live out, and it's just how much do you put in the character place? It's discouraging, is what I'm saying. I love journals. I love the media. I love making videos. But what do you put out there that people use subconsciously? Because they all do.
You have
There's
to be
no,
careful.
there's no person on this roleplay server that watches a video or reads a journal and that shit doesn't hit the back of their head.
Yeah, I try to stay away from stuff that's too current, honestly. I like the
All
look
right.
backs that people were doing. They were cool.
Oh, like I said a few
Victoria's
podcasts
look
ago,
back was amazing.
soon as I stopped reading the Dev channel, my roleplay experience in this game became so much greater. Just because I didn't
Yeah.
know.
And now you can see everything. Has your roleplay experience deteriorated at all, do you think?
Um, I, 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 I don't know. I don't
If
think
that's
so.
too much, yeah, no, fair enough. I don't know, fucking feds.
Hmm.
But I'll tell you, I wouldn't do your job. It's hard. But I think everybody should
It's
take a
easy.
turn.
It's
I
easy
probably will take
peasy.
a turn at it.
If
It's,
anybody wants to become a mod, please apply on the next
yes,
trial. It's not as hard as you think it is.
yes,
You're
exactly.
actually doing the community a great service by keeping
Even
it
if you don't want to do
quality.
it forever. Yeah, exactly.
It's all
Please
about
help.
quality. I am so
Yeah,
glad I can look at whitelist apps
cool.
so
I'm
I can
glad you
know
can look
who's
at
coming
whitelist
in.
apps.
Yeah, it makes you feel safer in the server. Like, okay,
Yeah, people are
I,
taking it seriously.
yeah, yeah. And you can read the rules and be like, okay, well, if this person has, you can tell first glance if they didn't even read anything, and it's like,
Yes.
it's
I'd
like
say,
God,
yeah.
why are you
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Why did you even submit this?
That's hilarious. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're enjoying it though. That's good.
No,
Holy shit.
yeah, it's addicting. And the other thing is, it puts everything in perspective. Like, it makes you wonder. Like, I started questioning like stuff I did in previous characters. Like, oh my God, that was stupid. Uh, but
Yeah,
then it makes you
everybody's learning.
realize there are a lot of people here that know the rules all very good, and they role play within the rules almost too good. They use the rules to
That's the rule play you're
exploit.
talking about.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, fuck that, man. That's bad
Yeah, it's
sports.
like,
You
dude,
know what
we're
I
here.
mean? That's like,
It's role play. Let the motherfucker go. Let
let it
somebody go
go.
for once.
The
Let them
clicks,
build a story.
that's a good fucking thing about the clicks. Like a lot of people to be friends with each other from a long time ago. You know, they're a squad together on Conquest, or they've known each other from plenty of other servers.
Our
You know, there's
previous
like loads
lives.
of other previous lives as well.
They,
Yeah,
they
exactly.
role play,
You
man.
know,
There's bases that get passed on. It just,
mhm. Like
it
there does I to be honest with you, I kind of feel a little bit like the small discouraging rule breaks shouldn't have too much of an effect on the mods because in a lot of cases, you know, the end result is better for everybody. Do you know that kind of way? Like I kind of feel like sometimes there's like little tiny manipulations of the rules that end up with people having a more flowing experience that feels more natural. Do you know that kind of way? Like friends wanting to gravitate towards each other. Like, for instance, in the case of real life couples, there's just moments where it's kind of like, I want to kind of just let that go, just to let it move. Do you know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. I would rather
You
meet
know,
you in game right now, and it'd be a complete fucking surprise.
yes, same. Absolutely. Because you know what I mean? We're buds.
Yeah, if I met you in game right now, it'd be
Kinda.
boring as fuck. It'd be so
Uh-huh.
boring.
What? I don't think you would be bored actually right now. I've had a
No,
couple
no,
of
no,
days
no,
to
no.
think about
I,
it.
no,
I'm
no,
on
no.
board, man.
No, no,
I'm on the
no. Listen
move.
to me, listen to me. I'm saying the way people do it nowadays, they fucking. I know they DM each other and say, okay, my character's dead, your character's dead. Let's get together, pre-plan a group. Blah 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 blah
I
blah blah.
really would like to do that like a lot though. Do you know what I mean? I would like to do that a lot,
I,
especially when there's people who are dead at the same time. And if it's organic,
I don't know. If you had
there's like a
DM'd,
certain
if we
amount
had DM'd
where I
each
would
other
like
after
it.
our characters' deaths with Amelia and
But this is the thing, right? So this is what I
Serpico,
mean about
I,
rotating, right?
I would
Because
be
you and
so
I were
bored.
friends. You and I were friends as Kat and Hardy, as Norman and Amelie, and as fucking Serpico and Amelie as well.
Mhm.
So we were friends across 3 lives. You know what I
Well,
mean?
here's
It
the
makes
thing.
sense for us
I
to like
never
take
went to
some
Middle Earth.
space.
That's the thing. I never went to Middle Earth or heard it on the radio.
As Serpico,
Yeah,
you were
it
there.
was.
You were there a couple of times
I
at
went
Meddler.
there after I heard it on the Middle Earth.
I know, but we had like a big long
After I heard
chat
it on the
as
radio.
Amelie, and like there was like a moment where we were playing guitar. You were there enough for Amelie to be friends with
I was
Serpico.
there. I was there after I heard it on the radio, though. I had to find the radio in game.
Regardless, we were friends across 3 lives, and it makes sense for us to not
There
want to be
was a
friends again
message.
for like a life at least. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
okay.
that makes sense.
But
But
that's
if
my
there's
thing.
like
This.
people like put it this way, so last season I was playing with mostly this is not my ID, the guy who became Stephen French, Marcus, and Ava and Vivian.
So
And I
look.
haven't seen them at all this season at all yet, but I would love to. Do you know that kind of way? Like we've gotten close a couple of times, but like it hasn't really happened.
Yeah, but
So like you can make enough friends where, you know, like you rotate around them. Do you know
mhm.
what I mean? Like everybody
Well,
wants to do their own thing sometimes, and sometimes
well,
it works and sometimes it doesn't.
yeah. Well, that's what's happening right now with my current character in Cold War Wall. I couldn't help it.
Oh, see, it's like, look,
I couldn't.
that's one of those moments where I'm like, just
But
fucking let
now
it
it
happen.
doesn't feel the same as when Serpico met Coulter Wall. You know what I mean?
I think that's in your head because if you had approached it like the situation where like you were literally just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing it anyway, and you
Well,
approached
I
it
didn't
like
agree
that.
with my depths, so I mean, I created a new character, and
Yes, so
I,
yeah, but that's where you're
in the
at.
back of
You know
my
what I
head,
mean?
you can call it organic or not. I mean, that's the rule. That's the rule
It's
play,
not
though, is what I'm
organic.
talking
It's not
about. It's
necessarily
not.
organic,
It's
but not.
not.
It's not
You can
necessarily like
say it's
an
organic,
ill.
though, within the
It's not
rules.
lightness, but it's not an ill-meaning rule play. It's not
I
a.
just don't. I just
You know
think
what I
everybody should
mean?
just drop. I said this before. If you had remember the device from Men in Black where they would like flash your eyeballs?
Yes,
Yeah,
I am also old. Yes, I remember Men in Black.
yeah. seen at the theaters when you're like 22.
Shut your
Anyway,
fucking mouth.
you watch that and you wish you could do that with everybody. Erase. You
Hmm.
have no memory of your previous character. That's it. You're
Yeah.
done. You,
Yeah.
zero memory, and the roleplay server would be so much better. It would be.
Look, not everybody is, but you see, this is the thing, like, not everybody is a fucking class A actor, you know what I mean? Not
Well,
everybody has got the imagination of fucking whoever the fuck your favorite artist or movie creator or whatever is. You know what I mean? Like, there are some people out there who are just, like, not at that level yet. And, you know, the more you complain about how poor the quality is, the
I'm not
less
saying it's
you
poor. I'm just
appreciate
saying
the
why
good
you keep
quality.
saying the same people together is what I'm saying.
But you see, like,
Why? That's the thing. Why?
I do recommend to people who are doing that they should rotate around and, you know, get interested in other characters outside of their group and then maybe split off from their group. Even if you are
Yeah.
friends from years ago,
I'm saying there's
try
no way
it
that's
and
organic.
split
There's
out.
no
It's
way
not
you met
organic.
that person in game.
No, you're fair enough. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's legit. But at the same time, you know, there's a certain amount, especially for their first couple of characters. Like, if somebody has just come to the server from Conquest, they have a squad of 5. They're mates from
Hmm.
the last 10 years. You know what I mean? They're all
Right.
really, work really well together. That for the betterment of the server, it would probably be cool to have that group just be a group for a couple of characters until they find their feet and start to
Nah, I
explore.
disagree. I disagree.
Really?
Um, from my own perspective, and I will fault myself on this.
Okay.
Detective Hardy, I had no idea who was in this server besides Yabu. Me and him joined together.
Oh, right.
And then I found Jason on the radio. He was recruiting
Mm-hmm.
people on the radio. I joined him, and then
Mm-hmm.
Vanguard came in to Jackson, which was Metallurg,
Mm-hmm.
and Vanguard took that over, and they merged. By that standard, now if I came in here with a group of people and at a character click, which I could have, which it could have been Culture Wall and all these other people, probably would have built a base over there above Belota, and never would have met you because you would have went to Vanguard. I wouldn't have been in Vanguard. Never would have met
Mm-hmm.
all these different people. That's my point.
You
Stay
gotta split off.
outside of your clique. Yeah, same with Yabo.
Yeah.
Like after Vanguard, anytime me and Yabo talked outside, like, hey, when our characters die, you want to do this new character and do this and do this and do this, and it's like, maybe if it happens,
Yes. You want it to feel organic.
yeah, it's gotta be because what's the point of role playing at this point if you're just going? You might as well just join Conquest.
There is a line to be found between what you're saying and what I'm saying, I think. Because,
I don't
like,
know. Well, like with Wyla, the person I'm talking to right now.
well, yeah.
I would
I
love to
mean,
roleplay
you and
with
you
you
and
again.
me meeting up,
I
me
would
and
love to.
Kat meeting up, you and fucking hold on, Hardy and Kat meeting up was not 100% organic, was it?
Well, wait a minute. We never spoke about it out of character. Catalina came on the radio
No, we didn't. Kat liked
wanting
you on the
bandages.
radio.
Or no, I
Yes.
wanted bandages.
No, you wanted bandages, and I thought this
And
guy's
all I
fun.
heard was meow and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
back in the day,
happened.
man.
Yeah. Well, the thing was,
It was pretty organic, but I also, you know, well, maybe it was less organic on
we
my side
spent.
because I was like,
Yeah,
that
but
Detective Hardy was fucking hilarious, and I
wait a
want to
minute.
hang out with him
We were
more.
both in game the whole time because this is
We
back when I
were in
checked
game, yeah, but
the
like it's
online
still
list
not
before I knew it was
100%
a rule
organic.
break. I used
But
to
it's
check the
still not
online list
100% organic because
6 months
Kat didn't know
ago.
who
I
you
didn't know.
were, but she still instantly wanted to hang out with you. You know what I
Yeah, but
mean?
we spent a week in game,
But
and
there
this
was,
is like 50
yeah,
hours of real life
yeah,
time back and forth on the radio
on
before
the
we
radio.
finally met. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
there
you
was a
have
lot.
people, I'm saying is you have people that it's like a fucking a day later. Oh.
No, come on, are you really taking the piss? Like, do you know what I mean?
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying, man, it's role play. It's all become role play.
Yeah, I yeah. I mean, at the same time, I'm still more want to consider roleplay as a stage of a person's roleplay development rather than like the way they're going to be forever. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean? I kind of feel like, they're going like at the start, like the first person that I met in this server was Jason, and we spent a fair amount of time
Loved it.
out of character
Shut up,
quite
Blue
early
Wolf.
on because he was, but like, but I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know how serious the players took this server because I knew obviously from the whitelist application that it was supposed to be taken quite seriously. But the first person,
Right.
I'd met a couple of people in person already, and the roleplay was kind of fairly natural and neutral. It wasn't like overstated or understated. This is all on video. This is
Yeah,
on my
but
YouTube channel.
my point
But
is, if
no,
I
my
came
point.
in and
No, my
remained
point.
loyal to my
My
clique, I never would have met you. That's the whole thing. This
yes, I
podcast wouldn't
know.
exist.
Listen, I know, but you see, I'm just advocating for a little bit of leeway with people, especially when they're new role players, because you don't want to chase them off. Nobody can be a professional straight off the bat. Do you know what I mean? Like I did
Well,
a lot of like stupid shit that I had to edit out for the first like good bit of my first character, Wyla. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of
yeah.
more forgiving with people. Like if I've seen them around a lot though, and they're still taking the piss, no respect. You know
Right.
what I mean? But I still think that a good few people need to kind of have that little bit of transitional period before they realize that it's more fun to let it happen organically. You know what I mean?
All right.
There's some wiggle room there a little bit, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to ban people who are going to be really fun to role play with.
No, I'm not saying ban them. I'm just
I
saying
know, but just in a tussle when it
erase
comes
them
to
from your
rules.
head, is what I'm saying. And Newton Gaiman comes in saying, Charlie Sampson sends his regards.
All right,
I'm
bye.
not. I'm not saying ban these people. I'm saying when you come back as a new
I
character,
know you're not. I know, but like the
hey, I would love
implication
to
is that like,
roleplay. I would love to roleplay with you today. Okay,
mm-hmm,
would love that. But you know what? I would love more. Completely, just randomly run into you in
running
game.
across you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then like,
same.
oh my god. Well, I've already had this character developed for weeks now, and then all of a sudden I see Wyla, and then it's like,
Yeah, because we were legitimately tied together from the start of the prologue. Do you know what I mean? Like our
right.
whole kind of character development was more or less based around each other,
Well,
kind
I
of in
never.
a
We never
way,
talked.
you
No, we
know?
never talked. We never said hey. I
We
just said
didn't do
hey.
it on
I'm gonna
purpose.
play a creep.
No.
I'm gonna play a creep, and
Look, we enjoyed each other's fucking company from being Hardy and Kat, and we wanted to hang out again, and that's fair enough. That's one of those points where I'm like, maybe just give it a bit of fucking wiggle room. Do you know what I mean? Because it's so
right.
not bad minded. It's not like evil intentioned. It's just like, we didn't get enough of a chance. Let's give it another go. And legitimately, we are now like distancing from each other and figuring out our own shit before we meet in game. Because we do take it seriously. So, there's a point like,
I'm just saying the map's too. It's way too big
you
for
think.
Yeah. Like when Coulter Wall showed up, he I didn't have any videos or anything that said I was at the colony,
Mm,
so there's no way he could have mitigated that. Never
mm-hmm,
talked to him in DMs. So when I seen him, it was legitimate. Oh my god.
mm.
Now, imagine if you met your friend in game.
Do you remember the time that you and me and someone else pulled up on fucking Frenchie and, oh God, what was his name? This is not my ID. In the valley beside Metallurg. Do you remember we pulled up to them and it was like we were like, oh fuck, what the fuck is this? We just got back from you shooting that guy at Blackridge. Do you remember
Oh,
this?
I don't.
Okay, so you killed the kid at Blackridge, do you remember? And then we drove back to home, to grandfather's house, and there was a fire lit.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
we,
yeah, yeah. They're hiding out from the
yeah,
bear.
yeah.
That
I think it was
was
you, me, and
magical.
Patrick. It
That
was
was
you, me, and
magical.
Boris. That was magical. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool because we were so scared. We had no idea who it was.
Yeah, I
And then
know.
it
And
turned
then
out to be like
and then the
our
server
mate from the
restarted.
bunker. Oh, fuck, yeah. And there was a bear.
Yeah. That
That
was
was
so
great.
fucking magical.
That was great. That was so magical. You had to let it
Yeah.
happen.
And these were our
Yeah.
friends, and they're in the middle of fucking
Mhm.
nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So
It was great.
Yeah. I completely forgot about that until you mentioned it.
No, it was a fantastic moment because we were like, who the fuck are these guys? Are we going to get in another
Yeah, and then
shootout?
we
We were
find out
so
it's
careful.
fucking
It's just
Frenchie and
Frenchie.
this Henry.
Wow.
This is not my
No, it was Henry. What was his name at that point? I can't remember.
Oh, he was the Russian.
The
This
Russian
is not my
guy.
ID.
Yeah.
But no,
Dick.
that was magical because it's like, okay, at that point, no footage had been released of our location. No journal entries
Yeah.
had been released of our location. No pictures had been released of our location. They just happened to be at the very west edge of the fucking map when we came back home.
But like,
Yeah,
yeah, it
exactly.
was
That was
cool.
magical. Now, if you arrange that at a character, not only I think it's metagaming, and then you're killing the magic.
Lame. It's lame.
Yeah.
It's fucking lame. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's just fucking, god damn it, why did you bother doing that? You know what I mean?
All right.
Just
It's like
try a little bit and see that just the delayed satisfaction. Do you know what I mean?
right,
That fucking, you know, like
and
not everybody has to be a main character all the time, but you can be if you don't try. That's what I think.
right,
Do you know what I
and
mean? If you're
and
not trying to be a main character, like Vlad wasn't trying to be a main character, fucking Coulter Wall never trying to be a main character, Henry never really trying to be a main character. In fact, trying to stay as hidden as possible.
mhm.
You know, there's just so much you can do if you
And-
just
yeah,
let it stretch a bit.
and
You know
let
what I mean?
people
Just let it
go.
stretch.
Don't be afraid to take their
Yeah.
weapons. Let them go.
Mm.
Don't kill them.
Mm-hmm. The fuck?
This
We're
is an
probably preaching to the
execution.
choir, though. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, man. Like if Emily, say this, okay, if Emily had killed, and she had reason to, she could have killed Norman
Mhm.
at the police. Well, after Norman attacked her, his mother. I mean, he came out of the bushes and hit her with a axe or something. She could have easily had Norman hunted down and killed, but instead, I'm just providing this. I'm not the perfect role player. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just saying
No.
this is what we did. We didn't talk
Yeah,
about it out of
as an
character.
example.
This is what, yeah, example.
No, we never coordinated it.
And this led to
I loved
3
not knowing
months.
what you were up to. I loved what you were loving. No, that's the thing, you know. Like, you can be buddies with somebody and not tell everybody anything. Do you know what I mean? It's like fucking
Right.
Among Us or whatever.
Yeah, we don't talk about the bullshit. We don't. But the
Just,
thing is, if Emily had every right, and I think that's why I told you before, the only reason Norman was successful is because I was role playing with a good role player that did not look at death as a first option. Because if
well,
Emily had killed Norman, then we never have Metallurg. The hotel never happens.
that's true.
Um,
Yeah.
Emily and Norman don't have that tense fucking thing at the end of the prologue where
Yeah.
she's.
Yeah. Man.
That never happens. You
Fucking.
kill Norman, none of that shit happens.
Whoa.
You miss so much. You miss so much story.
Yeah. Yeah. People
That
still ask, well, they still asked while I was still at the hotel, people still asked about Norman and what happened. You know what I mean? And
well, that's what I'm
it's
saying.
great that they don't know everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That
Well,
you can actually have a story to tell around a campfire.
it should be an example though. Like, do not. Hey, let a motherfucker live.
Yeah. Sometimes. You know what I mean? Strategic death. I don't want people to not kill anybody, obviously. I didn't even mind that I got killed myself. I didn't make a ticket about it. I didn't fucking bitch about it. I was like, I
Right.
got captured, fair enough. I got dragged to this place, fair enough. I got a distress call out, fair enough. Nearly talked my way out of it, fair enough. They find out about the distress call, and I get shot. So
Yeah.
there's like a whole like roller coaster of emotions that went on. I didn't meta a thing. I didn't tell anybody. Nobody knew I was even kidnapped until I got the distress call off to Kieran. And hats off to fucking Kieran as well. Deluxe Stalin. He's a fucking legendary role player. He's so by the book. Great fucking job. You know what I mean? He didn't ask. He didn't fucking, like, you know, where are you? None of this. There was none of it. And it was great. Because he just didn't fucking know. And nobody knew.
Keep talking for seconds.
What are you doing? But he's a great role player, Kieran, at the pub. I hope the pub, long live the pub, because I'm worried about it. But hats off, because there's been some fucking brilliant role play all throughout the prologue and all throughout this first iteration, or this iteration. Since the first day, Kieran has been out there doing his thing. He was part of the Devil's Castle, and then we found him in Starry Sobor, and like life hasn't been the same since he fucking came to Metallurg, and he's the real reason why it became successful.
Holy shit! I completely forgot we had found him. And yeah, you're right. Norman and Emily were in Starry Sobor, and then
The first time we ever left the place.
Yeah, I think he showed up, didn't he?
It just turned out, right, because we were saying, because we wanted to meet up with him, we found out that it was him on the radio. This was completely organic. I heard him on the radio. I was like, Jesus, is that Kieran? And then we got into a private frequency, and he was like, you know, oh, Jesus, like, you know, I didn't know you were alive, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I was like, yeah, we're settled down at Metallurg now. We have the camp there. But we were actually in Starry Sobor. And he was like, okay, well, I'll try and make my way down to Metallurg, but I'm in Starry Sobor. And I was like, holy shit!
So away, motherfucker.
We were 2 seconds away from each other. It took him like, I took him like not even a minute to find us. It was amazing. It was so organic. It was the perfect moment, and it shouldn't have been touched, and it wasn't touched, and it was perfect.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And
that's why I say you cannot write a better. You can't write it. You can't write it out.
You can't write it. You can't write it.
You can't script it, and that.
No.
I don't think nobody does anyway, because if they do, they're shitty writers. But you can't script it. That's my thing. Is when it happens organically, and I mean 100%. Boom Boom Sauce approved organic. I'm not talking about, okay, you're about to die. Can you give me your base codes and all that shit before you create a new character? And then when your new character appears, we'll meet in Gorka, and I'll tell you all the base codes, and we'll say it's organic, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, that shit like that. It's like, okay, so your new character can just go and to his former base and get all the gear he wants.
I know.
That's
yes,
fine. It's
in
in the
rules.
rules.
This is that balance point. This is that balance point.
It's
though,
like, why are you here? Get the
people
conquest.
But sometimes they're not ready for the whole thing yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, there has to be a bit of leeway there. I feel like. I don't mean to be fucking
Michael Boom Boom Sauce approved. Thank you. Yeah.
Boom Boom Sauce approved. Well, I mean, look, I would love for everybody to do Boom Boom Sauce approved roleplay 100% of the time. I don't think that is realistic. I do think it should be controlled.
It should be. Why? That's the thing, though. The announcement was made because of this. Because there was just
with old timers, people should fucking know. If people are fucking
that's the thing.
pissing
Old timers
around,
are doing it too.
If people that I know are, you know,
I'm guilty of it
like
too.
I
blew up. I blew up one night and went out of character.
But like, look, it's
because I realized the role play was getting me killed when I'm on my way to meet Frankie on PC. It's like, fuck.
I know.
Off.
I fucking feel nothing but empathy.
Fucking role play. Because you don't have a reason to kill me. So, role play. Oh, I'm a cannibal. That's the thing with cannibalism that I was trying to talk with Papa Joe about.
There's a difference in intention between role play that is designed to kill somebody and role play that is designed to get people meeting up.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? There's a difference.
But these people know the rules so good that they have their. You could come up and kill somebody if you know the rules 100%.
I'm just not.
You can commit a hostile interaction and kill somebody in 2 minutes.
I'm just not necessarily opposed to people who are friends with each other, who are good role players together, who create interesting groups together. I'm not opposed to them meeting up because then it doesn't be like a month of like shit. Sometimes it's for the benefit. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes when you've got good role players who are good friends with each other, it's to a benefit for them to take the cheese a bit, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
just fucking
I agree with you. That
meet up and do it.
I'm with Coulter Wall right
There's a,
now with my new character, so yeah, I agree with you.
there,
Yeah,
you know.
it happened,
Yeah, I just feel like there should be some room
but it
because
doesn't
sometimes it's just too
feel.
miserable without fucking jizzing it up the bit, you know, like
I
fucking with the rules
I agree with
a
you.
little bit.
There's a there's a part where it's
And you
like,
feel it.
yeah, and I wish I that had never happened to Serpico, and I could be with Coulter Wall right now organically. And I want
Yes.
to say it's organic because I did meet him in game, and organic is his new character, and they get role play. Um, my point is when you get this added character clicks, which is happening in this iteration. You see the same
Mm.
people in the same group every time, and then when you if there's ever a question, there's a response. It was role play, it was organic. See, I just wish we would enforce this. If you were because the chances of me meeting Wyla in game again are very
Mm.
low, considering where she is
Okay.
and considering where I am.
Fucking feds. You shouldn't even know where I am.
Accidentally, I know, but
Fucking feds.
it, you know what it did? Because I accidentally found out looking at a ticket, I now have zero initiative to go to so and so. Because I know that right off the bat I'm going to run into you. And I don't want it to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you're saying that I'm gonna be straight back at the pub, you're wrong.
No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. I know you're in a different. Okay.
I'm in a different clique altogether. You see,
Yeah.
but the thing is, right? Okay, the clique that I'm with, I'm just gonna fucking come clean, right? I know these guys from a long time. If anybody has gone through my backlog of videos, they will see that I know these guys from at least 3 servers ago. But I haven't been interacting with them that much because I was doing my cat thing and then I was doing my Amelie thing, and they have
No,
been their own
yeah, no.
characters.
Yeah.
But I did pretty much intentionally go
Make it
off with them
pre-made.
because it mixed it up.
Make
Do
it
you
pre-made.
understand?
You
Not
made a pre-made
necessarily.
group.
No, I was careful. Do you know what I mean? I'm not too fucking. I'm
I
not.
well
You
they,
know, I
the
want to stick
that's
by the
within the
rules as
rules.
well.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to
within the
stick
rules.
by the rules. I want, but you see, the thing is, I'm not trying to fuck with the rules. I want to stick with them. See, that's the difference in intention of rule play. You know what I mean? There can be rule play that's
But
well intentioned and
what's
rule play that's ill intentioned. Do you
what
understand what I'm trying to say?
yeah, but what's the when you spawn, here's the thing. A lot of people just fucking kill themselves. They don't like their spawn. Boo hoo. You spawn, you're a character. Now, if you really believe in your character, it shouldn't matter where you spawn in. Now,
No, that's true.
where do you go from there?
Some people, though, I mean, there
Where do you
is
go
like, I
from there
mean,
without out of character
actually,
knowledge?
if you go all the way back in my chat log in We
I'm
That
not. I'm
Remain,
not getting
you'll
on your
see.
ass. I'm. I'm.
I
I'm
just
saying in
no, I
general.
just using an example from my own life, just to show that it's not necessarily something that anyway. So my first like thing that happened to me in We That Remain, after going through the whole fucking shebang of getting whitelisted and feeling really privileged to be on this server, I spawned in as a black man, and I just didn't think that I was going to be in any position to roleplay as a black man, okay? I had my own... I'm always this character. I'm always Karen. I'm always blonde, white Karen. Do you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
just who I am. So I killed myself, and then I spawned back in as Karen. You know what I mean? So there was
Mm.
that one time that I killed myself that I needed to get into my role. Do you
Look,
understand? So I feel like there's that,
no,
but like
it's
one. You get one, maybe. Do you know what I mean?
no, it's within the rules. There's a it happens every day, 20 times a day. People kill themselves because they don't like their spawn, and it's like, well, okay, what what does your character want to spawn into?
Yeah.
Why does your character not want to spawn here? Now, I understand if you spawn as a male when you're trying to play a female, yeah, it's completely different.
Hmm.
Go ahead and respawn. But it happens so much to where it's like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to spawn next to your characters, your
Okay,
friends?
but at what point does clamping down on that make it no fun to be here anymore?
I think the
Do you know what I
fun,
mean?
I understand what you're saying, but from this perspective that I've seen,
Beds.
um, uh, it should come down to roleplay, and I'm guilty of it myself. Like with my new
This
character,
is the thing. I know. Like we all want to, but like you see, the thing is, there's a difference between like having the rules in place and enforcing them when they really need to be enforced, and then having that little bit of leeway, that little bit of heart that makes it fun for everybody. You know what I mean? There's a line to be walked there.
there's
That's kind
too
of a
much.
continuous thing with no like fixed solution that has to be done by case
Hmm.
basis. Do you understand?
Yeah,
It's kind of like, what do you let go and what do you not let go? It depends on how much of a cunt you are.
I tell you this,
That's what it kind of comes down to
my
at the end
my
of the day.
I think we hit it best in the prologue. My
Right.
opinion was when there was no zombies and you were forced to roleplay.
Mm.
There was no loot play at all because the most you could get was what, a
There was no
shotgun.
loot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, to me, in my opinion, a lot of people got banned from bad
Listen to
roleplay.
me. You fucking don't even talk to me about having the server harder. If it was up to me, we would have like fucking 3 hour nights. You know what I mean? Like, I'd have it completely ridiculous to the point where you cannot survive unless you are a complete badass. That's what
Right.
I would do if I had full control. But then it becomes a point where the vast majority of people don't find that fun. You know what I mean? There's like, you have to kind of have the give and take. It's a
No,
difficult
I
situation.
I get what you're saying. I'm not saying it should be more hardcore. I'm
I'd
saying,
love that.
yeah,
I'd
but
love it if it
what?
was just so difficult, like, you know what I mean? That you would just nearly die all the time.
Yeah, but I'm just saying when we were confined and we didn't have the loot play involved because bases didn't matter. We didn't have gunplay. Didn't matter how many guns you had because you could barely get them.
Hmm.
Like a shotgun was the best chance you had at a gun, so there wasn't loot play.
Hmm.
I think roleplay happened more organically. Now, I'm not saying you remove guns and base building material from the server. I'm saying that you take into consideration your character, that he is not a Marine. You were not a Marine in real life. That you're not even myself. I said, okay, my character's a comedian, a failed stand-up comedian. Then I'm thinking, well, why the hell am I sneaking up on zombies and stabbing them in the neck? Like, fucking, why is a stand-up comedian doing that? You know what I mean?
People are 6 meals away from becoming complete savages. Don't fucking even pretend. There's like a fucking fine line between society and anarchy at any given time. If the internet went down right now, anarchy, complete fucking anarchy across the whole world. Like if we
Oh,
got hit by a solar flare, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
there's just it would just not take that long for like a librarian. Do you know what I mean? Like we did that bit of role play though. We did actually take our time to get
Yeah,
used to killing
there was
zombies, and
that was a
there was a
natural.
lot of
It was like
there
what
was a
Father
build
Vlad
up.
said. He could not. He ran away at first.
Yeah, we like snuck through every town, and there was the whole fucking weirdness. But we did our good bit of like finding our feet role play. You know what I
Right.
mean? Instead of like instantly the fucking main character role play.
Yeah.
It's
I can shoot a fucking 308 with ease.
mm.
Yeah, right. Well, we took our time. Norman couldn't shoot guns. There was
We
people
were
trying to train him.
terrified.
Yeah.
Do you remember going through that fucking wood yard? We were like shitting
Uh-huh.
it. It was great. Great fun.
That's my thing. That people keep coming
But
back and
that's
coming
like a
back and coming
subtle
back,
thing.
and
I
I
can
just want to
understand young people
see.
not being that interested in that kind of thing. We're
Just
old. Don't forget that we're fucking old. We're gonna be impatient with
why?
young people.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you're go to Conquest, that's my thing.
But
If
like
you want to go
sometimes
rob,
but
if you want to
sometimes
go rob
conquest players want
somebody
to.
and then kill them within
Mm,
the rules because you understand the rules enough to do that, go to Conquest. If that is where you get
yeah,
your satisfaction, is that where you, is if that's where you get your
but
kicks off, go to
yeah,
Conquest.
I
Father
do
Vlad
kind of.
should have
Oh,
never been killed. First
he
hostile
should have never been
interaction
killed.
between them two. No,
But there
you
was
don't
a
kill that. You don't
purpose
kill that guy.
behind that. There was a
You don't
purpose
kill
behind
that
that.
guy.
He wanted to
You
get to
get
the fucking
you
pub, though. He
get him
wanted
on the
to
radio and
antagonize
say
the
if
hotel.
nope, no, you get them on the radio and say if nobody comes down here right now to take Father Vlad, rescue him, yada yada yada, then he's gonna be dead in 3 hours. That's what you do. You give
But you see,
people
the thing
choice and
is,
consequence. Choice and
you can only be
consequence.
held,
Just don't kill somebody.
you can only be held for a certain amount of time legally, unless the person volunteers to stay beyond the legal time that you can be held. Now, people are going to do that. People are going to fucking be like, no, you can't hold me any longer and fucking back out of the thing.
Well,
Like,
give somebody a choice before they die. You can live or you can die. And like if you do that, you die. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm. Don't just
N-
fucking. But you see,
Just
sometimes
don't
then there has to
execute.
be a. But like, sometimes you want to execute people to send a message. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's
but
no hard
how
and fast
bad
rules for anything.
does somebody have to be in roleplay to execute a message? Do they
But you
have
see,
to?
the point was
Mm,
Chaos wanted to do something drastic to antagonize the pub, so
he
they
was
killed
already.
Father Vlad.
I'm not specifically talking about the situation, just but he already had people talking in a game. How far do you have to go? What would have been better if he had sent Father Vlad back, having tortured him, or given the people a choice on the radio, since it was made a public radio? Hey, here you go. Here's a and I'm not shitting on Winter Gaming at all. I loved
Mm-hmm.
this character. I love what he did
Mm-hmm.
with the Black Hand. He
Mm-hmm.
created a great effect in the roleplay server that got a lot of people talking about the Black Hand.
Mm-hmm.
Hats off to him. In this
Mm-hmm.
situation, Father Vlad, this is your first hostile interaction with him. From what I've heard, why do you kill him?
Like, if his motivation was specifically to antagonize the people of Metallurg, he did a damn good job.
Yeah, but what reason do you have for killing?
To
For
antagonize Metallurg, it's a political play. It's not a personal play.
I know it's not a
Do you
personal
understand?
play. I understand that completely. But from why not give that guy the chance to?
Come back scarred. That could have been more effective.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's give him a choice. Give him something. That's my
Hmm.
thing. Is there's too many executions on the server where nobody's given a choice. Nobody's given any. Oh, okay, well, you know what? We've had like two hostile interactions. You're dead. That's never the case. It's always one. It's only one hostile interaction, and then they're dead. It's never a build up. It's never drawn out.
Right.
It's never a history with these
Do
characters.
you think
When
do you
people
think
die,
that some
it's
of it
always one and
is
done.
do you think that some of it is OOC grudges?
I don't know about that. I just think it's
Hmm.
people want to get like a kill in and then brag about it
Yeah.
on. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not. I think they need to step back and say, okay, why am I acting like I'm in military? Why am I an ex-Marine? Why am I all of a sudden I know how to use these guns? Why do I have a
Mm.
faction? Why do I have all these people? Why am I executing somebody on a rumor? Well, it comes down to what would you do in real life, and a lot of the
Yeah.
times
I mean, but like
it's not
sometimes,
believable. It's just not believable, especially
do
when
you
you hear
not think?
people laugh during an
Hmm.
execution or make jokes. It's not believable. It's just not believable. And I think, in my opinion, that there needs to be harsher rules for hostile interactions.
Well, people need to report more then. Listen, because there is a balance to be found, okay? Like I would report probably less than you would want to report because
I
I
don't want to
have a
report
soft
people.
spot for people meeting up. I just have a soft spot for people meeting up because I see it as harmless. But when I see like OOC grudges, when I see proper metagaming, when I see like ill-intentioned role play, that all pisses me off. When I see people meeting up with people after they've died, it just doesn't anger me that much. Do you know what I mean? I kind of
It
just,
should.
it just doesn't
The
anger me
map
that
is
much.
way
But
too
it
big.
won't. The map is too big. Yes, I know. But like, I mean, God, I wish that everything could be 100% natural.
Yeah,
But at
but
the same time, we're
that's my
trying to
thing.
cobble a universe onto a very flawed game.
This
Do you know
podcast
what I
would
mean?
not exist if I didn't go outside my comfort zone and not role play with the clique I came in with.
Hmm. I
It,
know.
it wouldn't exist.
Great things can come
I
from
would have.
either direction, though. You know
Who
what I mean?
knows
Like
if I'd ever
sometimes,
met you?
but sometimes, like a great dynamic is a great dynamic, and you want to let it flow for a bit more. Do you
Yeah,
know what
but
I
my
mean?
point is if I stayed within the clique, if I stayed within my friend zone,
Yeah.
Wyla, Vanguard, all that shit would have never happened. Who knows what would happen? But the point is, the podcast today that we are
Get
speaking
outside of your
about right
comfort
now
zone.
would not exist.
Yeah.
So my thing is, next time your character dies, get rid of your friends. Get rid of anybody you had in your previous life. That is the
Yeah.
rules. Follow them. Read the
Hmm.
fucking rules, as the emoji says. I do not want to see Iceman and so and so together again, or
Oh
Kira and
shit.
whoever together again. I don't want to see it. Go out
Yeah.
and create your own fucking story. You don't need these other people. Do your own
This is
thing.
true. That's why the newbies can't find anybody because nobody's just wandering. You know what I mean? Everybody's on their
Exactly.
way
They're
somewhere.
all within their friends. Everybody's got to add a
Yeah.
character. I know they DM each other.
While I do agree. That in excess, it's terrible. I still think, if you fucking just don't do it repeatedly at least. Do you know what I mean? Like if you have
Don't
to
do it
do
at
it
all.
once or twice, but like
Don't
you
do
and
it at
I have
all.
kind of done it. But you and I have done it.
When? When have we done it?
Hardy and fucking Catalina meeting up was not
1 week.
100% organic. I
And
wanted to hang out with you.
just in
We
case
took our time with it. Yeah, I know.
somebody clips this
Yeah,
context, it took a week. So that's about, and we were playing every day at that point. So about 50
we
hours
were.
of
We took our
communicating
time
on the radio.
over the radio.
Did not trust you at all.
No, I didn't
And
trust you either.
it took 50 hours of communicating on the radio, and I never reached out
It's
to
true.
you, and you never reached out to me.
No, we were both on the radio at the same time and we heard each other.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
I
is
know.
considered organic. Give me 50
Ah,
hours before you meet your friend again. And then that's
yeah,
organic to me, in my
just
opinion.
take your time. Yeah, like
Well,
make it
the thing is,
fun.
I'm not even trying to shit on nobody. I'm just trying to put it in perspective. Why are you here? Why am I here? We're here to role play. We're here to live out a fantasy. We're here to create a character that is not
People don't take it as
ourselves.
seriously as that. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
But
there's a lot of like
magic.
psychological exploration that
That's when
goes
the
on.
magic happens. That's when you don't have to
Yeah,
edit a video to make a roleplay video.
yeah, yeah.
The problem with Norman Strikes was that I couldn't fit enough into an hour. Like that
It
was
was a fucking great video. Yeah,
non-edited video. My proudest achievement.
it was really good. But there was a bit clipped out which I appreciated because there was
I
some of
had
it that
to
was just
I had to make the hour.
hmm My heart, though. Man, that was so emotional. Yeah, like, look, meet up with your friends, for sure, but stretch it out a bit for your own good, for God's sake. Like, practice. Do you know what I mean? Like, think about how you would actually
Right.
react. Because Catalina was a recently escaped. Can we talk about this? Am I going to go on a rant now? Because I will rant.
Oh, yeah, go
I don't
ahead.
mind this.
Take
Okay,
it.
cool. So, Catalina was a recently escaped victim of a lock-in of sorts in Novodmitrovsk. They were in a cat food factory. They had a factory cat, and they all went a little bit insane from the isolation. And like I had planned to have a couple of OOC friends of mine from other servers come and join, but it never happened. So Catalina was kind of left on her own, and like as a cannibal had to be so careful. Like the first time I went to the Oasis, I radioed in and like got an escort to bring me to my house that I had been told that I could have. Do you know what I mean? Like I was super careful because I knew that there would be tons of cunts around who would take any opportunity to just kill a cannibal. Just
Right.
fucking, you know what I mean?
I wish it
But
was
it
still
was
that way.
great.
But
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like my friends had just disappeared into thin air. They weren't really interested. Whatever. They're playing different games. I don't mind. A lot of them are back, so it's fine. Um, shit, my controller is going to start disconnecting, and I don't have a fucking wire that works properly. So this next few minutes might be really annoying. But give me a second. Yeah. So my friends disappeared, and I had to like improvise. Do you know what I mean? And Catalina ended up being my favorite character ever. I just don't feel like I'm ever going to make a character that I loved quite as much as I loved being Catalina.
I
Do you know what I mean?
I think you could. I think you could.
I loved being Amelie. That was good fun. But like, Cat,
Annoying. I don't know. I think he may have.
Cat was just so
I
blunt and just so honest and so
Yeah.
fucking no nonsense and so funny. I said things that I never really expected that would come out of my mouth just because I was pretending to be Catalina. Do you know what I mean? Just like shit
Right.
that like you'd be like, I wouldn't come up with that. I wouldn't say that. Do you know what I mean? But because I
Yeah.
was being this other person for a while,
You immerse
she said
yourself.
that ridiculous shit, and I was like, oh shit.
You slip your feet into somebody
It was
else's
great.
boots.
It was great. It was great. She was just so brutal. She was just great. Just so funny.
Yeah.
But she was also vulnerable because she couldn't go outside. Like she had to be so careful with her friends, and no matter how careful she was, I actually love the end. I know that there was a whole thing about how Catalina died, but in retrospect, I'm
Never.
completely cool with it because it was so fucking epic. She was killed in her own house by someone she had looked after, somebody that nobody trusted,
Roleplay.
that Cat had given a chance. But it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it was a fitting end for someone who was so paranoid and so careful to get betrayed by one of her friends. And
Yeah.
not even that, right? But Kat's whole thing was that she was a massive stoner and she loved weed. And she gave fucking Blevin some weed, so he turned into Kevin. Do you remember that whole fucking
Yeah.
dichotomy character that he had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roleplay.
Well, and it was Kevin who had the problem. It wasn't Blevin. So she was undone by her own like party lifestyle in her own home. It was like so fitting. Do you
It
know
was
what I
so
mean? That I'm not
fast.
even mad about it. I'm not mad about it though.
I,
I'm not
I I'm
mad
not
about it
trying
because
to
it was the
encourage you
last
to be
week.
mad. I'm just saying.
For all of that, you are completely right. I'm not arguing with you. But at the end, I was glad that that's how Cat went out because, like, it gave people
Nah.
time to be
Maybe
sad.
in
It gave them,
hindsight. I don't think
in
at
hindsight,
first you're
completely.
mad. I think at
No,
first you're
at
probably
first I
salty.
was so salty. I was so salty. I was like, oh my God, I was pissed.
Yeah, you got
You know,
handcuffed to wires talking about a completely different conversation that has nothing to do with anything hostile. You just get handcuffed out of the blue, and then you get executed 20 seconds later. That is fair roleplay. Fail RP. I don't care who's listening. That's fail RP. You have to give another character's life the same value that you would give yours. Obviously, in that
um,
situation, he didn't give a shit because he didn't let it play out and he killed himself. And so, suicides in game is also fail RP, in my opinion. So,
I hate suicides now. I
Here's the
agree.
thing:
It
you're
can be easy.
joining our roleplay server, and I keep going back to this. It's a roleplay server. You can choose to be a serial killer. You can choose to be a saint. You can choose to be a guy that doesn't like talking to people. You can choose to be a guy that is terrorized by the sight of infected. You can choose to be a guy that is a narcissistic asshole that just loves to
Or
make
takes
jokes.
every death to heart, or like gets really fucking affected by
Yeah.
every bad thing that happens.
You can choose to
There's
be
a
a
lot of
guy
deep
that is
characters.
anti-books, that wants to burn every book he comes across. He can be
Or a guy who
germophobic.
just loves jumping beans. What the fuck was the name of that guy who
Yeah,
loved the
jumping beans.
beans? He was
Exactly.
great.
Yeah,
He
you
was
can choose to
great.
be anything. So why choose to be a
Just your
guy?
bog standard.
Yeah, a standard generic asshole that initiates and just kills people just for the sake of saying, okay, I got another name on the list. I am oh,
Yeah.
I got 2 kills.
I'm
Let
the
it
big bad guy.
yeah,
Big
let it
fish in a small pond syndrome. Most
right.
RPers are
Let
not
it
PvPers. There is a lot of people who come here from Conquest.
Culture Wall just
That's like a
commented.
big
Yeah,
faction. Hey,
it is.
Coulter.
Says your imagination is the limit.
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing.
But like, that's people sometimes, they just need some, or not need some, but like haven't ever had their imagination open. Did you used to read books when you were growing up? Or do any
Yeah,
drama classes?
my
Yeah.
favorite book is A Farewell to Arms because about a week after I finished reading that, I had met my first girlfriend or love of my life, whose
Oh,
name was also Catherine, which was the girl in the book Farewell
no
to
way.
Arms, and we were together like 10 years. But anyway, the thing is, uh, imagination. If I never read that book, maybe I wouldn't have been so fascinated on her. Because
Maybe.
it felt like fate
Yeah.
at the time. I was like, okay, well, I just read my first big book, Ernest Hemingway.
Yes. That's a
And then all of
really
a sudden,
interesting point.
I meet my first love a week later, and
Yeah.
it's the same name, Catherine. I, that's my thing is you never know, and
Yeah.
that's why I say out of character. Um, don't meet up with your friends.
Yeah. Let it happen. Just
Don't do it.
fucking,
I don't
yeah.
want to see you, Wyla. I don't want to see you in game.
I don't want to see you either. But
Nah.
like until it happens.
I
But I'd
only want
love
to
to
see
see
you
it.
if I am honestly surprised. I don't want to know if you're online, so don't check the online player
Mm-hmm.
list. I don't want to know
Mm-mm.
anything. If I see you in game, it better be the most complete random shit ever, 'cause that's the only way it matters. Like with Corter Wall,
Yeah.
when I met him in game, I about took my pants off. I
But
had
you
to
see,
change
the
them.
thing is, that's because you're used to reading and, letting yourself be taken along in a story. Do you know what I mean? Whereas some people, like, legitimately have never read a book in their lives. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people just have not had that stretch of their imagination to finish a fucking book out of enjoyment.
All right.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
I used to write too. If I'm gonna plug myself, I wrote about 20 years in a competitive once a week. Whoever had the best story won fiction thing.
Do you have, like, any of them still?
Yeah, I'm dating all the way back to 2000. I got them all.
Fucking send me some. That could be fucking a complete mine of information for fucking
Son, these are
characters.
if you want to read them, I mean they're like 5,000 words apiece. So
Bro,
I'm just letting you know.
you don't need to fucking. Yeah, sure.
Right? 20 fucking years worth of shit.
I'll give it a
You're gonna be
go.
reading.
I'm not gonna get through them all, but I
Yeah.
will try.
Okay.
Hmm. I can speed read. Fuck you.
Eh. All right. Can you talk for like 5 seconds? I gotta go pee.
All right, yeah, no problem. So yeah, that's the Mr. Danger Boom there. Look at him, there in his white suit, thinking he's the shit. Who does he think he is? I don't know. He's lost the run of himself completely. He's just no, he's fine. He's a good man. He fucking look at. He has a really good sense of justice, whereas I would kind of be more lenient and want people to have fun, but he has a point. It is actually more fun to do things organically. It genuinely is. It really is more fun to do things in a way where it isn't planned and it's so organic and the magic just happens on its own. That's true. That's what you do it for. You know what I mean? That's still like, for fuck's sake.
I love it when you talk like
Do you think this is appropriate, Mr. Boom?
that. Cold War comes in with the surprise of running into someone is 10 times better if it's completely up to luck. Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes. Yeah, then Michael says, Coulter, I liked your speech video. Well done. Michael, I'm gonna admit, you're like my biggest fan.
Is he like a fan from before?
Oh, no, he's not even in the server. I really don't know who he is.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yes. That's what Coulter Wall said. 10 times better when you run into somebody to look. Well, what happened in the colony? I come back to
Right.
base and Coulter Wall's there. It's like, first of all, I didn't even know he was coming back, so I could
Yeah.
hardly hold my excitement. It'd be like running into you in Game Willa. Like, I would be like, oh, wow.
It was fucking interesting going back to the pub, I'll tell you that much. As a new person.
Here's the thing,
That's
though.
worth it. Because I didn't tell anybody how I died.
Yeah.
I kept that shit under my hat. I
What?
was like, no, do you know what? No. I'm not going to tell anybody how I
Are you
died.
using
Because...
are you an Irish? An accent? You have an accent now?
What?
Huh?
I'm Irish, yes, what?
No, there's a new
What?
character. How'd she get back there? Did she get an accent, or what's going on?
Well, I didn't actually settle on an accent in the end, right? So I started practicing this really fucking, like, trying to be subtle American accent. So,
Found cool.
because I didn't want to, like, start out like, howdy, y'all, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to be fucking...
Oh, you were playing as a southerner?
No, I wasn't. But then I got to the pub and I saw fucking Fraser and his stupid southern accent bounced right back off of me. And now all of a sudden I have a fucking southern accent. At least at Netherlerg. So, yeah. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I was working on like trying
Ballsy.
to be American without
Oh,
like
really?
sounding like a fucking cartoon version of it. And it was not good. It was a pain in my arse that happened. So I'm gonna work around it though.
Michael, how did you find Culture Wall? I'm curious. Really? You do it in an American accent? I'd love to.
At the
hear it.
start, I just wanted to sound like myself with an American accent. I didn't want to sound like any fucking stupid archetype. Do you know what I mean?
Archetype, yeah.
I didn't want to sound like a stereotype. I didn't want to sound like Southern this or New York that or anything. I wanted to sound like your bog standard
It's not
American.
really a stereotype. I mean, there's plenty of people who live in New York. There's plenty of people who live in the South. This is the way we talk. We have plenty of accents. Then you have the Wisconsin accent.
I know,
Which is
but
like,
I wanted to...
yeah. You know, you get him over there,
I
yeah.
love that accent. That's a lovely accent. But I wanted to do something that was kind of completely neutral. You know,
Well,
just
like, what do you mean
me.
neutral? Like, what state
with
are
an
we
American
talking
accent.
about? You got something against America? Speak up to.
For God's sake, like Midwest kind of California influence, if that makes any sense. Do you know what I mean?
Talk about
just
it. Speak it. I don't know what you're
Okay,
talking about.
well, I started out just fucking changing the way. It's
Did you
hard
end?
to do it on
oh
command.
my God! Did you end everything
hard
with a
to do it.
question?
No, that's gay. No, I started trying to change the way I say my A's because the A's in Irish and in American are very different. So, like, let me just think of something that has a bunch of A's in it. Like, uh, my grandmother's apple field is barren, which in American would be more like my grandmother's apple field is barren. You know what I mean? There's a difference in the A's there that's like kind of like intense. Do you know what I mean? So I was trying to do it really nice and really subtle, and then as soon as I came upon Fraser and I saw a stupid fucking cowboy hat, it was all like, howdy y'all! It was
Howdy,
so
y'all.
stupid. I couldn't, he came at me with the accent, and I just came right back at him with the exact same accent that he did. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like, it was
fucking
just annoying. It was like an impulse. I didn't
like
mean
a
to do it.
sponge.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Yeah, like a
Like a
sponge.
mirror.
Yeah, it's fucking really annoying. Yeah, but
Oh no.
I have a way around it. I'm gonna try and work my way around it.
Yeah,
Less said about that, the better.
no, I'm feeling the same thing with Jay. At first I wanted to do the Joker voice from The Killing Joke, but then I ended up doing Detective Hardy, but not Detective Hardy, more like a light
Mhm.
Detective Hardy.
Yeah,
Then I was like,
Detective Hardy Zero.
yeah, I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this. And you know and that's what killed the interaction right there.
Look, the accents are hard. The voices are hard.
Well, not the accent so much. It's the I just wish Serpico were where I was. If I
Mm-hmm.
can say that. Because it was
Yeah.
yeah, it was more organic.
Well, you learned a goddamn lesson there.
Yeah,
Just
I
at
role play
least
with
take that much out of it. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Hey, I have an hour worth of bullshit I could talk about, but I won't.
Mm-hmm.
For the sake of out of respect, which I was not shown, but out of respect, I'll say that was a great roleplay interaction Serpico had upon his death. That was fantastic. That was yeah, that was top notch.
I'm sensing.
That
Now, this
was
may be just
my
me,
God.
but
Yeah, I wish I could have
there's
clipped. Yeah,
a
really wish.
strong sense of salt in this.
Can't wait. Yeah, can't wait to make a
There's
video out
like,
of that. Holy shit, that was so good.
oh, there it is, serious salt. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But deserved, I think. Serpico didn't have a chance. He didn't get but at the same time, you went and helped. At the same time, there was there's all kinds of bad decisions made on both sides.
Yeah,
There's all
I
kinds
helped.
of
I
bad
helped.
decisions
I
made
helped
on both
after
sides.
the point was clear that this was not logical or reasonable or even within game law. But
I'm sad for you. I'm sad for Serpico. I agree with you.
it's one of it's one of the only times I'd ever gotten salty in this server.
You're usually very good.
Yeah, you can't break me. I got fucking tough skin. Say whatever you want. But that was the one time where I was like, okay, I realize the end result of this. How can I explain this? And then I
Hmm.
just see the fail roleplay happening over and over and over until it gets to the point where it's roleplay. Okay, well, you know what? I'm hungry, so therefore you're dead. Then it was like,
Okay, okay. All
hindsight
right.
2020, probably would have went back and,
Yeah,
but then,
I
you gotta
agree with you.
got to the
I agree
process
with
of making
you.
a ticket, and then you gotta,
Like, nobody wants to fucking. Honest to God, I was so happy with how I died because I was just like, "Do you know what? I'm happy enough. I don't feel like anything was really violated badly in a way that deserved a ticket. I wasn't going to try and technicality my way out of that death. I was
alright.
happy enough. So I got
Well,
lucky.
yeah.
But you didn't want Serpico to die, and I feel for that position so much. Do you know what I
I,
mean?
I don't care that Serpico died. I just care about the manner.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but like, yeah, the manner in which he died was shit. He should have
Well, he
had a
was led
chance.
to, this is why you're gonna die, to, okay, that fell apart. So, okay, you're gonna die now because I'm hungry. So that was my fine edge I talked about earlier with Father Vlad with Papa Joe was what is the point of cannibalism if you're not scared to death of meeting people?
Can I take a 5 second break and well, 2 minutes,
Oh
maybe.
yeah.
I'll let you ponder that with our audience.
Michael says I was suggested to him from YouTube because I watched Frankie. I was surprised that I watched his video and understood why. I'm surprised Coulter Wall made it into a suggested video of Frankie. And which video was it, Michael? Are you lying to me right now, boy? Uh, you know what you should do, Michael? You know, you were a great supporter. I love you, Michael. But also, I think you're a lying piece of shit. If you catch my drift. I think you should be taken out back and whooped with the stick of your choosing, Michael. You should let me pick. YouTube suggested some other smaller channels. Michael, don't lie to me, boy. Michael, don't do this to me now. You go and grab that stick, Michael, and you bring it back. And your punishment will be severe. Or you should, you could join the server, or Beth. It'd be great. Don't fight it, Michael. It's part of who we are here. You're one of 20 that's even watching this, Michael. So my appreciation, my hat's off to you personally. Thank you so much for even commenting. You, sir, are a god. You, sir, are a RP god. All of you are. I would not say all of you. I doubt Wyla's pretty stale. Culture Wall is pretty good, but thank you for that, RP god. Definitely, I'm not going to disagree with you. It's true. I have no qualms about that. But Michael, I believe you're lying about the Culture War being suggested on a Frankie PC video. I don't even think Culture Wall has a video up, Michael. This is gonna keep me awake for days.
Boo.
You, sir, are a RP god of all
Oh, for God's sake.
time.
Alright, and here, look, I hate to interrupt the dick sucking, but I do
Dick
have to go to
soften.
bed soon.
I'm just reading the comments.
I hope they're good. High
You want
comments.
you want to hear one?
Go on.
You, sir, are a RP god.
Who the fuck said that? For God's sake, stop it. His head. I swear to God, there's like a critical mass point where he can't come back.
You, sir, are an RP god.
Who said that? Robin. Somebody like that.
Michael.
Oh, Michael seems like a good person.
Yeah, you
Is
better.
he like, is he a fan before We That Remain, or is he like a We That Remain fan?
Brown nosing isn't gonna get you in his good graces. Only talent.
Good luck.
Oh, well, I'm fine. He's a good man. He's a good guy. He needs a
Yeah.
bigger ego, though. You're right. I do. I have earned your respect, Michael, through my great roleplay videos. Be people
Look,
like this.
I am trying to be an adult. I'm trying
People
so hard.
like
I want to be a
this
YouTuber. I want to be a YouTuber
that
so much,
post
but I just do not have the time.
one video a year.
Do you want to get stabbed?
Boo her.
I'm gonna get stabbed.
She
you.
does not
Yeah.
deserve our respect, Michael.
All right, here we go. You're getting stabbed.
You're gonna get shot, bitch.
Go on, shoot me. I'm going to bed anyway.
Oh wow. Look at you. Your bedtime.
Oh, God forbid I should want to go and watch some Deep Space Nine with my fiance.
Deep Space Nine. What a fucking
Deep Space
nerd.
Nine is the shit. Fuck you. Come here, get stabbed.
Stab me.
Ha Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right, good night.
Yes, good night. I'm gonna sacrifice myself for the good of Michael.
Praise Gato.
Praise L. Boom. Sponsored
no, praise
by.
Gato. Gato for life.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
mix. Yeah, mix. Yeah, mix. Yeah, mix. All right, see you later.
Sponsored by Boom Boom Sauce.
Sponsored by Meow Mix and Noda Cola. See you later.
Alright, later, bud. Michael, thank you. Thank you for being here, Mike. Feel free to watch every video at least once, a few hours. You know, Michael, I doubt that. I really. Boom Boom Sauce, yes. Alright, Michael, you're top notch. You're going on top of, I will never insult you again, Michael. Thank you. Appreciate it. Unfortunately, I have to go. But, think about it, Michael. Think about the opportunity.